Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on.
Hello! And welcome to Waterdeep. That was the wrong hello. Hello, and welcome to Waterdeep. I am once again your humble master of dungeons and keeper of dragons, Pixel, and I am excited to present to you the Hey, Does That Smell Like Smoke to You? Third episode of Aegis Fine Horror Presents, in collaboration with our beloved creative partners in the Yeet Fleet, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. What's up, everybody? So here's the deal. Yes, I am live on H&P, Henry Pixel. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to be honest with you. I logged out of Stream Elements, and I'm using like the stream key. I'm not even like connected to my account here, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know how this is working, but we're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna let it roll and move on with our lives, because I don't even know how I would begin to start fixing this problem, but it doesn't matter. So we're just gonna. That's just the situation. We're just all gonna roll with it. Hopefully this thing doesn't crash on us. So for those of you who've been with us, we have our usual. Stuff we say before the game. I've tried to pare that down a little bit because I know it is long and obnoxious, but we have that housekeeping stuff. So first things first, as you can see, my friends, I am back in the big box today. I'm the dungeon master for this adventure. As a result, when you're looking at the stream visuals, you will be seeing Dungeon Master perspective for all Roll20 maps and game screens, so you will be able to see everything, including like secret doors and hidden monsters and all kinds of things. So please don't discuss any of that stuff in chat. No, like, hey, I wonder if they see the green dragon hiding in the closet. No, please don't say that, right? Because our players will be in chat with you, and they don't want to know about the green monster if they fail their perception check until it jumps out to eat their face. So please do keep that in mind. Don't spoil anything if you can avoid it. Also, if you happen to have played this adventure before, try not to spoil anything. And also, we've changed stuff in the adventure, so don't lose your mind about it. Also note, we are using the old 2014 rules instead of the new 2024 ones because I'm too lazy to buy more books and learn new things. Third, there's a lot of rules in this game, so don't forget about it. Fourth, this is an open and welcoming space. Don't be a wangrod. Be kind to each other. Don't be shitty to our players. And as a reminder, we do release a show on the AOA Ages of Einor YouTube during the week following each session, unless I forget and release it like 2 days before the session. Shit happens. So if you do have to miss part of the session or just want to get caught up for the next time or just want to, watch it because you enjoy it, whatever, that and all of our old campaigns will be on our YouTube page. And then, of course, last as always, we are going to remind you who we are, where we can be found on the internet, and we are going to start that process with a Vincent Page.
And hopefully my dog doesn't interrupt me. Hello, guys. I'm Vincent Page. I am playing Varith, your drow ranger. You can find me on the internet anywhere. Just look me up. It's fine. I also do have chat inspiration, by the way. I don't think I answered you earlier, but I do have chat inspiration.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I did sort of get distracted by when I asked everybody that. So please also remind us if you have chat inspiration stuff.
Hi, I am Lady Stuff. I am going to be playing Tav, who is your half-elf, draconic, very fire-based sorcerer. And I will check if I have chat inspiration or not. I'm not sure. Let me go check. Y'all can continue while I do that, because I'm slow.
Okay, then Skynet.
Yep, I'm Skynet. I'm playing Victor Valacrest, playing a paladin, I believe. It's been a minute. And yeah, let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into today. And if you want to find me, I'm around the communities. That's about it.
Okay.
I do indeed have chat inspiration.
Okay. So far, all three of you had chat inspiration or not?
I do not have chat inspiration.
Okay.
Womp womp.
All right. Jason.
Yeah, I'm Jason playing Ash. Just now learned how to mark chat inspiration on my sheet, so I don't think I have it.
Okay.
Oh, and Ash is a druid.
Okay, and Foxy.
Hi, I'm Foxy. I am playing lovely Xylandor, and I am playing a rogue.
Excellent.
Hey, Foxy, how about that chat inspiration?
See, I listened to the DM when he asked the first time, and I told him I didn't have chat inspiration.
Okay, well,
Hey, listen.
the unfortunate truth is that I didn't listen to you the
friend.
first time when you told me you didn't. So there's a lot of listening and not listening happening here. It's fine. Well, friends, with that and without further ado, when last we left our heroes. 1 second, and let me decide what anxiety-inducing music I would like to play at this time.
While he does that, what's the difference between the arsonist and the hero for clarity's sake?
According to who?
I'm just wondering what the line is between arsonist and hero. I'm just wondering.
Fair enough. We'll chat. You sound off about the difference between arsonist and hero while I recap when last we left our heroes. They had been asked by one Volotamp Gadarm in the Yawning Portal to locate his missing friend, prominent playboy Floon Blagmar. Floon had gone missing after a night of drinking with Volo in the rowdy dock ward at a seedy establishment called the Skewered Dragon. As they made their way from the Yawning Portal down Snail Street, they being our heroes, towards the Skewered Dragon between Net Street and Fillet Lane, they came across a grisly disturbance on the Street of Curtains. After a short conversation with the guards, they learned that this was seemingly a bloodbath between the members of the Xanathar's Guild and the Zentarum, and that incidents like these were on the rise recently, but that authorities seemingly didn't yet have much answer as to why. They continued on their way south along Snail Street until they reached Fillet Lane. They took a brief detour into a strange knick-knack shop called the Old Zoblob Shop, run by a curious deep gnome. They got some information about what had happened to someone matching the description of Floon outside the shop. He had been attacked and dragged off by ruffians right outside the front door. They also purchased some kind of herbal smoking compound that Zoblob was using, ordered a glowing sign as a gift for Durnan, the tavern keeper of the Yawning Portal, and bought a few tchotchkes before making their way back out into the night to find the Skewered Dragon and learn whatever they could. Upon reaching the dire-looking drinking establishment, they met the barkeep, a half-orc woman, who, after a bit of coin changed hands, directed them to two patrons in the middle of a fight, Blade Leg Bryn and Flint Steel Flynn, the two violent and idiosyncratic men. At the direction of the barkeep, divulged that Floon and Volo were in the tavern the night before, and that Volo left before Floon. After Volo left, another friend arrived and met with Floon, one Rainier Neverember, a red-headed fancy boy nobleman. The two drank and played a few rounds of Three Dragon Ante before leaving around midnight, and that 5 men followed them out, and no one in the tavern knows what happened after that. The men who followed Floon and Rainier haven't been back to the tavern since, but they're known to frequent a warehouse on Candle Lane, one with a snake symbol on the door. Our heroes made their way through the back alleys of Waterdeep's dock wards northwards towards Candle Lane, where they found the warehouse in question. They snuck in through the window to find a warehouse drenched in blood, with numerous corpses lying against the walls and several Kenku rogues guarding the place while also covered in blood. Our heroes took the opportunity to sneak attack the Kenku, but found the fight extremely dangerous. Several of our heroes were knocked unconscious several times as they managed to barely escape through in the end. The Kenku were crafty. Those who could retreated to the upper level of the warehouse to fire downwards onto our heroes in the kill box below. The battle ended with Tav unleashing a torrent of fire from her hands onto the last living Kenku on the balcony above her. This, of course, also ignited the wooden balcony and possibly some of the wooden boxes on it. As the first flames begin to lick at the wood, we resume our tale. So, heroes, you see a gout of flame erupts from Tav's hands and hear the sounds of feathers burning and brittle bird bones popping in the flames as the fire begins to take hold in the warehouse, and also Varith, Xylandor, and Ash hear the muffled cries of someone nearby but hidden out of sight. We're going to stay in initiative. Victor Valacrest, what would you like to do?
One quick thing I'm going to say is that Tav does have a little, as she is casting her hands out, she goes, "Mimic that, asshole." Oh, fuck. Oh, it's wood. Oh, okay. That's on me, friends.
Okay. So, with that, with a "that's on me, friends," and a bit of panic rising in the voice, Victor, you are up. What would you like to do? In case anyone watching at home is curious, I have added tokens for everyone on both sides of this map so they can see things, and then tried to add like little things on your token so that we know which floor you're on. So Victor, I believe you were still on the bottom floor. Was that correct, or did you go upstairs?
No, I am still on the bottom floor.
Okay, so you are still on the bottom floor. What would you like to do?
Yeah, good question. I think to assess the damage, I'm going to try to run upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
I got 30 feet, so basically I can only get right to the top of the stairs. I think I gotta move this one now or something like that.
Yeah, I'll move you over
Oh,
there
okay.
as well.
Okay. And from that, I'm just trying to look around, see what the damage is. I don't know that there's anything I can really do at this point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see as you turn around and look, you can see fire beginning to take hold over on the other side of the warehouse where Tav, shot fire.
Brought justice to a Kenku.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just can't be reminded of Natsu from fairy tales. Like, we were doing hero stuff. Everything burned down. What do you want? I don't know.
Incredible. Okay, so that was your movement. You have an action still.
Oh, I
You
do have action.
can,
Let me dash.
Okay.
And that's another 30, right?
Yes.
Right there. Alright. That'll be it for my turn.
Okay. Also, to the folks who were watching me over on the Hammer and Pixel stream, I see a couple of you in there. Thank you so much. I don't know how I'm live on both my Ages of Wynor and my Hammer and Pixel at the same time. I'm going to try to keep up with Chad over there, but some weird technical glitch has caused me to be live on both of these channels. This is Dungeons and Dragons, and yeah, sorry about the incorrect the stream title for the notification that went out. I had no idea that it was going to go live on both these channels and don't know how to stop it. Help, please someone help me. Okay, moving on. Victor, that is you. Next up is burn time. So here's the deal, gang. This, unless something stops it, this entire warehouse will burn to the ground in approximately 10 minutes. which is
We
about
got
60
time.
rounds of combat.
60's fine.
So, I'm going to roll a d6 to determine what size of fire happens. Nope, not 69. A 6.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So, and then I'm going to roll a d2 to see if it's north or south. It is north. So,
Oh, good. That's the direction we were hoping for.
there
for
we
sure.
go. Actually, that needs to be on the token, not the map. Boop. Okay, so a little bit more fire spreads to the north. And that is burn time. Vareth, you're up. I'm also gonna.
Okay, so I feel like Meredith kind of quickly looks over hells, and we're gonna run downstairs towards the noise that we heard.
Okay. I'm also putting some embers around just for a little artistic flair. Okay, carry on. Vareth is running downstairs.
So I'm gonna put myself at the bottom here. Can I go diagonal here, dude? Listen, what's that, 15.
I think
like
you
that.
have to. Let me take a thing here. I think to get onto the and also I've realized that the maps are a little bit off as far as where the stairs land. So it's fine. We're not gonna get
Yeah, it's fine.
too crazy with it. But yeah, you run down the stairs. I'm gonna say you have 20 feet of movement left when you get to the bottom of the stairs.
20 left. Okay.
Yeah.
So where's this? I'm assuming there's some sort of door up here, or where did I hear the noise come from anyway?
You heard it come from where you were standing, kind of below you. And it sounds like muffled, like it's coming through a wall. So.
Okay.
Oh, did somebody drop the fog
Yeah, I
cloud?
dropped
Okay.
concentration on my fog cloud.
Cool. Do I see any doors from where I'm at here
From
on
where
the
you
side?
currently are. If you quickly look back and forth, yeah, you see a door right here in the wall, under the stairs.
Okay, that's where we'll start then. If I got 20 left, we'll do 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
And let's throw that bad boy open.
All right. All right, you open and you discover underneath of the stairs, tied to a chair, a man. He has flowing red hair, a little goatee situation going on. He's wearing reasonably nice clothes. They do appear to be in pretty bad shape. He's not been beaten within an inch of his life or anything, but he has been tied up in a closet for a day and a half at this point. So, yeah. So you see this person. He is tied up, tied to a chair, gagged, the whole thing. He's kind of
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right,
think
we'll
that's-
use my last 5, right?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
I have that. And then can I use my action to cut him free?
yes, you can.
All right, well, let's do that.
All right, you unrestrain this man, who sort of starts to gets off the chair and says, "Oh, thank you so much. It's been horrid." And you can tell he sort of smells a little rough. He's been getting locked in a closet for a day and a half. And then he says, "Is that something burning?"
Yes. We might want to get out of here.
Shit.
It's fixing to burn down.
Okay. That is your movement action. Anything else from Vareth?
That's it for me.
Okay, Ash. I think you're probably
Yeah.
close enough to hear this from where you are.
Okay.
Because you're up
Well-
the stairs, and you heard.
Yeah.
And I think you had previously heard the muffling. So you see Vareth rush downstairs and kind of hear a door open and some conversation happening.
Yeah, so I think Ash would have been following as close to Vera as he could,
Okay.
and probably would have swung around the corner and maybe taken a peek inside the room there.
Okay.
Where's the door? Right here?
Yeah, it's
Top
right there.
Square.
It's the bottom
Right
square
there,
of the
okay.
two.
Yeah, and after that, he sees Verith getting him out, so he's gonna say, "We got to get out of here. Is there anybody else here?"
I don't know. They took Floon. I'm not sure where they've taken him.
Shit, this isn't Flu. I thought it was Flu.
I was
Yep.
wondering the same thing.
Well, we can figure that out later. Let's get going.
Okay.
Dash is gonna look around. I guess we can see one corpse kind of nearby. Is there anything remarkable about the things on the corpse?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Investigation. Did that roll?
It did. It was a 4.
It did 4. Yeah. So, and you're looking at one of the people who had previously been killed already when you guys got here?
Yeah, whatever's closest.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, with that, I mean, even with a 4, it's not that hard. You see that this person has a tattoo of a winged snake on their neck. So that's like, as you're just quickly like looking for identifying stuff.
Gotcha.
And they are dressed in sort of like, you know, dark leathers and like armor a little, but like not like heavy armor. It's like, you know,
Like decent gear or like scrappy kind of stuff?
You would see it as like low level mercenary gear. It's better than like just some dude would cobble together, but it's also not like incredible. But as you look around at the various like corpses, they are all similarly, it's not exactly a uniform, but they have the kind of the same quality gear on them.
Gotcha. And as I scan, like in some of these boxes seem to be open.
No, they're all shut, but you can open them if you want.
Okay. If I've got enough during this movement, I'll try to pry open a box. I do have a crowbar if that matters.
Yeah, go ahead and we'll take an athletics check.
Athletics, doing all the things I'm not good at here.
You are trying to pry that sucker open, but it is pretty tightly shut.
Alright. Well then, I guess that's all I'm doing for now.
Yeah, that smoke really gets to you.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to our little friend here. He is going to move out, assuming that you guys have cleared the way. Basically, he's going to move out into the, open area here. So those of you who hadn't seen him before, you see this man enter. Again, he is kind of in like rumpled, slightly soiled, but previously high quality clothes. He kind of has like long flowing red hair, little goatee situation going on, looks up and around, sort of like sees the situation with all of the dead people, which he doesn't seem surprised by, and then the fire, which he does seem surprised by. And he says, "Oh shit." And he's going to take a dash, sort of like vault over some boxes and make his way towards the door. Okay, I think I accidentally took Xylandor somehow off of the initiative. Xylander, do you remember what your initiative was from last time? Does anybody?
I think he was right after
higher
me.
than Caleb, than
Lower. It was
I was
lower.
one
You were.
higher
It was
because
over.
my necklace got me 1 additional point, which made me higher than you on the rotation.
Was it?
Yes.
For some reason, I thought it was the opposite. Because I think that you had
Well-
rolled poorly, but it's fine.
Okay.
No worries.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I thought it was funny.
I mean, that
or
does.
my
I
character
think
did.
that does make sense to me because
He
I
was
had
one
like
higher.
Tav
I'm
and
seeing
Okay,
it here.
cool. Awesome.
I'm seeing
Thanks for
Tab with a
checking.
3 initiative, Xylander with a 4.
Okay,
Cool.
wonderful. Okay, so after Rainier takes a dash, Xylander, you see this ginger man sprinting across the warehouse.
He goes,
What would you like to do?
My. Not exactly who I was looking for, but
He does
Will
look a lot
do.
like Floon. Like, you guys all sort of like recognize he was easy to mistake for Floon, whom you've never seen, and the only reason you guys know that that's not who it is because he told you. So, sorry, carry on.
oh, so then I don't know that's not him. Be like,
You
"Ooh,
don't know
my,
that- yeah.
my, that's exactly who I'm looking for.
They just tied him back up. Like, sorry, bro, you're not the guy we're looking for.
What do these icons on me mean?
Okay, the icons are there to let people know which floor you're on. I think at one point you were prone, and I forgot to take that off of you. So
Okay,
the little wing means you're on the second floor.
Okay, cool. Because my character on the one side of the map and the other side had different icons.
Yeah,
I
so
was
that's my bad.
confused. No, you're good.
Where's the wing? There it is. Okay. So yeah, you're on the second floor. You've seen Ash and Vareth go down to the first floor.
And let's say...
And then you see this guy go running.
Well, I know where I'm going. So if I were to quickly glance around my surroundings, do I notice anything of value before I go to leave?
Yeah, I mean, all these boxes are like shut. You see a door north of Victor, but you don't know. Judging by the layout of the warehouses, you know, it's probably like offices or something, you know, where people would go to like do paperwork about the stuff coming in and out of the warehouse. If it's like, I think as a person with the kind of background you have, you would feel like the fact that all these people are here probably means that the warehouse situation is a front, and there may be some sort of area where they would keep like contraband or something, but you're not seeing it off the bat like upstairs, if that makes sense.
Would I perceive that it could be behind that door?
I mean, the door wouldn't be where they would necessarily keep secret stuff, if that makes sense. But like they, you know, there might be something back there. It's like it's just opening the door is not going to be like, here's where we keep all secrets. It's going to be like, here's the office where the guy who does the paperwork about what all we took in the warehouse today does his work. But it's possible that somewhere in that vicinity is like another secret door or false bottom on a thing, or who knows what. It's like, yeah, it could be.
I'm gonna use my action dash to get to this door right here.
Okay.
Which is hold on. 40. Can I do straight across like that? Or probably like need to like adjust myself like here, and then
I mean,
all the way
you
across.
could.
Yeah, like 45.
I could see 45 feet getting you there as you like bop around, you know, yeah.
So then I open the door.
Okay. I need to check to see if that door's locked.
Oh, I test to see if the door's locked.
Come on. I don't think so, but I don't know where they're telling. Okay. All right, yeah, so door's not locked. And you open the door. What? Okay, you open the door and you see a little office. And you see a couple other doors. You see a door up here and a door over there.
I'll just... Do I notice anything of good within this office so far? Nothing like, stands out?
I think what you see is like a little desk that's oriented towards this door, as if it's like the receptionist's desk. So it's like probably not where they keep super important stuff, but you know.
That being said, I'll go use 10 more feet of movement to go to this door on the left.
And I don't think you have it. You've used your action to dash, you use your object interaction to open the first door, so you can't open that second door this turn, but you do have enough movement to get there. Anything else? I think that's it.
That's all I got.
All right, Tav, you are up. So as the smoke fills the room, as the scent of burning wood hits your nostrils, what would you like to do? I will also say that the fire on screen is upstairs, but I will be trying to put it on both sides just so that people kind of know like which parts of the warehouse are on fire.
Yeah.
Seems like pertinent information.
I think first she's probably going to turn and look over her shoulder, seeing this red-haired man walk past and go, Rainer? And then how many square feet of, so like I see, what is it, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40? Is that like 40 square feet of fire?
Yeah, more or
point?
less.
Okay. How many square feet does Prestidigitate take out?
So that's a great question.
The smallest thing listed is a small campfire.
Yeah.
I mean, I see 2 campfires worth of fire up there.
I think that might be.
I mean, I'm only
I
level 1. How big of a
think-
fire could I really start?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say 5 square feet, generally speaking, is probably the maximum that
Okay.
Prestidigitate can.
Okay. What if I threw a blanket at it? How big is a blanket? Blanket would be enough for another 5 feet.
How wet is your blanket?
I have a water, 1. And
Okay.
2, I'm depriving it of oxygen.
I mean, we are
Oh,
fully
boy.
in building on fire territory, right? So like, I think
Tab
there's
is
a
still gonna
difference
try and-
between.
She's gonna kind of like stomp her feet a little bit, like.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, here's what I'll say. I'll say you can use Prestidigitation and make a spell attack,
Interesting.
Roll.
Okay. Sure.
and I'll say like you can just like as an action snuff out 5 feet. I think if you can beat a 20 on a spell DC, like
God.
on an attack roll, you can
Yeah,
snuff out
no.
an additional 5 feet.
All right. Well, that's
So, you know,
so close.
Aw.
So close.
uh,
So close.
I'm like way up in the chat. Okay, 16. Yeah, so
I'm
you
gonna
can
try and
snuff
burn my
out.
chat inspo because
Okay.
Tab does feel quite bad.
Oh God.
Okay, chat
It's on
inspo.
fire.
Boom.
No,
All right.
it's not working.
I didn't do it. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, you did shrink it a bit. You've gotten 5 feet of it unsnuffed.
In,
So
in
we'll-
return, she's gonna go over her shoulder and say, "In my defense, the fire was emotionally necessary."
Y'all know who we could use right now? Elfie the firefighter.
That man.
Yeah, and okay, so I guess here's my question for you, Tav. How do you know Rainier, and also, like, what would he call you?
I have to imagine that she has at least seen like images of him, or she loves art gallery, so she's probably been to an art gallery. She lived in Neverwinter. I can't imagine that Rainier does not have an image of himself somewhere in Neverwinter.
I mean, he and his father are estranged and haven't spoken to each other in years, which I think he would probably know, even if nobody
Okay.
else does.
Perhaps.
But like
Although,
everybody
wasn't it-
knows who he is, but it's
Yeah,
like he's
correct. Yeah. I feel
He's
like
like
again,
whichever
there's
one of
always-
those Trump kids is like not in contact.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That's
It's kind of
very
like
fair.
that.
He would probably call her, Titi.
Okay. What?
That's because she teaches children, and so all the little children just go around going Titi, Titi, and so most people in Neverwinter kind of thought that her name was actually Titi, but it's Tav.
Okay. I don't know if he's confident enough to call you anything at this point.
No, he was not. But you asked me to say what he would call me.
Okay,
I didn't
all
say it made
good.
sense.
Well, I was trying to get a sense of like, if there's aliases that you used at different points in your world, and he ran into you at a previous time.
No,
if
but
any
it
of
would
that
be
mattered.
Titi.
So
Would be
okay.
his name.
All right. So you've done your action spell attack. You've stopped a little bit of the fire.
Yeah. She's probably going to look around and see if any of her other friends are still in there. And if so, then she is going to stay where she is so she can make sure they get out the door safely.
Oh, I just had a flashback. Oh God. That immediately made me start sweating.
I'm so sorry. I didn't think about that.
Oh, it's fine.
Let's see here.
Look,
You play your game,
it's
girl.
fine.
I learned my lesson. That's all I'm saying.
Ow, my thumb.
We have 60 rounds until it's imminent danger. It's fine.
Oh, I hate you so
No,
much.
I think it's 60 rounds till the entire warehouse burns to the ground.
It's fine. That's imminent danger. You know,
I'm
if there's
sweating.
5 square feet, it's
fine. Yeah, play your game.
For those of you
I'm
who can't hear it really well, I have turned on the ominous Strahd chant distant music just to mess with Vincent. I think that sound
so
is
glad I can't hear
burned
that.
into his memory. Okay, so Tav, you're not moving. You've taken your action. Anything else?
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna turn and say, I'll hold the flames, but please get out. Also,
Okay.
I'm not sure I can really hold the flames.
All right, Victor, you are up. You see that the fire is spreading a little bit. You know, it does seem more than Tav can really snuff in a single go. You catch Xylandor rushing past you into these offices. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna move down towards the fire. And I'm going to take my water skin and pour it on how much ever that'll take.
Oh my god.
I almost died.
Okay, all right.
It's like whenever you're an adult and you're like looking at these kids and they're doing the bad things. And you're like, man, I was there one time and I know this is a bad idea, but they're not going to listen to you. That's what this is like.
Yeah, Ash
Jokes
is
on
on
you,
the
would whoever
bottom
listens to
floor.
you.
Okay. So
Wait, what are
Ash
the
is
feet?
gonna yell up at Victor, just be like, "Hey, you're better off pissing on it."
okay, well, yeah, go. I'm gonna have you make just roll me a d20. This is kind of like an attack roll with no proficiency bonus or stat modifier. This is just a flat. See how this goes.
Shit. How do you do it again? It's slash roll
/R space 1
space
D20.
1d20. That's right.
Right.
Roll the 6.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, you dump and there's like some sputtering, and basically nothing changes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look back down.
It's
at
like
Ash
you
and
took
say,
a 2 liter of like Pepsi, like a 2 liter bottle of water, and tried to dump it on like a bonfire. You know what I mean? Like that's the size we're looking at here. It's like if
so,
this
yeah,
was a campfire that would have worked, but this is you're not.
Maybe
You know.
if we all gather around and spit on it at the same time. Jesus.
Okay.
I'll look back down at that and say point taken, and use my last 5 movement and try to go back
Oh, I
away.
thought he was gonna whip it out and pee on it.
He's whipping it out and peeing on it in a
Okay.
bonus action.
All right.
Free object interaction.
Yeah, what is peeing?
Okay,
Is peeing considered
so-
an action or a bonus action?
Yeah. I think it's a full action. Well, yeah, of course.
Good
I
to
think
know.
it's
An
dependent
involved
on the. I don't want to get too far into this, but I think
voluntary or involuntary.
well, not even that. I actually think it depends on the size in question. You know what I mean? Just to come
It
out
might
and
be
say
2
it.
rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends on the fullness of the bladder.
That one.
that was a way milder way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
that-
Okay, so here's what I am gonna do. When I roll to see which side of this thing lights on fire, Victor, I am gonna roll that with advantage in your favor because one side of it is wet a little bit.
Slightly damp.
So to
Slightly
see if it
moistened
goes
wood.
north or south on this next turn, that water will actually help you a little bit.
He takes
And-
the small dubs.
Okay, so it does go south. We are gonna roll. Okay.
That could have went south real quick.
it did.
I mean, it did go south. Oh,
But it,
Okay. All
That
right.
helps.
A little bit more catches fire. Okay, to the south. Vareth.
Okay, so Vareth looks back to Ash and he kind of like grabs part of his cloak and covers his face a little bit because of the smoke. That wasn't Flume.
No, that's the pretty boy, his buddy that he left with, I think.
Well, so let's clarify a little bit.
Yeah.
You have there's Pretty Boy and there's Fancy Boy. Floon is Pretty Boy. Notorious Lothario Floon Blagmar. You last session were made aware of what happened was Volo was drinking with Floon, right? Volo, totally different guy, brown hair, Italian sounding, wears a funny hat. He was drinking with Floon in this seedy establishment and left. And then another guy comes and meets Floon, also a redhead, a nobleman, this other guy, and they tell you who he is, Rainier Neverember. And they basically said he's like a, noble dude who's, kind of was like rubbing their faces in a way, according to them, right? So they didn't think too highly of this guy because he's a nobleman, but there's Notorious Lothario Floon Blagmar and disgraced son of disgraced ex-Open Lord of Waterdeep, Rainier Neverember. Who it appears is, if it wasn't Floon, it must be him, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the Never Ember kid.
Oh.
He
Do
said.
we think Flume is here?
Didn't he say they took Flume, but he didn't know where?
Yes, he did say that to you guys, was they took Floon, but he didn't know where.
Okay, so we're pretty sure he's not here, right?
I mean, is there anywhere else in here he could be? Is there anything upstairs? Where's Zylander?
Yeah, so just for clarification, for Vareth gets the idea that he said he was taken somewhere else, right? Just for the record.
Yes, that is
Okay.
what Rainier told you in the brief moment
Cool.
of telling.
I just want to clarify. And Vareth says we should get out of here, and he can proceeds to get the hell out of here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we will dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, because I'm assuming, because homeboy kicked this door in, right? So it's wide open.
Yeah, nobody shut the door after it got kicked, so.
Well, that's me. Action, movement, the whole 9 yards, bub.
Okay. Ash, you're up.
All right. Well, Ash wants to get out of here, but wants to make sure everybody else is out of here. So he is now wondering why he hasn't seen Zylander coming down the stairs. So he's just going to yell, Zylander, we got to go. And he is going to, I guess, scoot just upstairs. It's probably as far as he can get with 25 movement. And then, I guess, dash after that to whichever way, not left. So dash to the right, 25 more feet.
Okay.
I just want to point out the character development for VP as a person. Because had this been 6 years ago, I too would have been staying in the burning building to save everybody. But after Curse of Strahd, that is not me any longer, friends.
I mean, listen, you've got 58 more rounds until it's burned completely to the ground.
No,
What
you
could
burned
happen?
me, baby. You burned me.
What
I'm
bad?
done.
What kind of bad
I want to
thing
be
could
clear.
happen?
There is nobody saying one must die.
Yeah,
No,
no, this is
Wallace.
close enough for me. I'm outie. You guys do you, but VP can't. I'm never again.
Oh, also, there's more embers starting to
You would think it was
float
traumatizing or
around
something.
everywhere.
You think- I encourage
Okay.
anybody in here, just, not to turn this into an infomercial. If you guys haven't watched Curse of Strahd, just go watch the first 6 episodes. You'll understand why maybe I'm a little traumatized in my D&D scape.
Okay, that was everything for Ash. Rainier is gonna sprint 30 feet out, and just wait for you guys. Zylander, you're up.
Zylander would start by reacting and be like, I'm fine, Ash. And then he's going to open this door.
Okay. Okay, you open the door, revealing a window. Kind of grimy. You'd have to wipe it off to see out of it. And then you see 2 more doors.
Of course they
This one is another office. It's got a desk, a chair. The shelves are bare and covered with dust, and the whole place is kind of draped in cobwebs. Doesn't seem like they really use this for a lot. Also, as you open the door, you hear a ding-ling-ling-ling-ling, which is there's an alarm bell that's kind of ringing. But you guess no one's here to hear it, so it probably doesn't matter very much.
Probably doesn't matter much. Okay.
I mean, everyone who might care is dead. So unless it's
Okay.
magically
If the bell
hooked
rings
to
and
something
no one's
somewhere
allowed to hear
else,
it.
then
That's
you know,
Still ring.
like the likelihood that this bell on a string is hooked to some other bell on a string, you know, and is like ringing something somewhere else in the city is relatively small, I would say.
But not 0. Let's keep
that's
that
true.
in mind.
So can I? That was my object interaction, correct?
Yes.
Can I use my action to open another door?
Yeah. Sure. Which one do you
I'm
want?
gonna open that one.
Ah, that one. Okay, this one leads outside. There's
Oh.
I don't have it on the map, but there's like a wooden staircase that like leads down to the street level.
Oh, okay, cool.
That kinda
Knowing
worked out,
that,
didn't
knowing that, I'm gonna kind of like turn around and head back into this building side over here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna yell as I'm yelling out. My friends that I know now are both upstairs because I
Yeah.
can see Victor and I heard Ash come upstairs and be like, guys, there's a way out over here. And then I'm gonna go over this way and patiently wait for my turn to open this door.
Okay. Tav, you're up.
I think Tav is gonna give up on pissing on the fire.
Of course, as one does.
I would have loved to see that actually. See her trying to piss up the fire that's
Um,
above her.
where was the spot where Raynor was being held?
It was under the stairs, basically. There was like a closet under the stairs kind
here?
of thing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like right up under the stairs up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's Harry Pottered.
Oh, I know, poor kid. I don't know. I might run up over there just to double check that there wasn't like some other door that somebody else was sitting in, that they didn't hold anybody else. So I'll do a dash to get there, I guess. So that would get me 35, gets me here. Oh, that's not the right button. Do this one. Wow. Can I move you? Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know why I can't move her.
It's fine. I don't know.
Thank you.
But there you go.
She didn't like. There we go. Now I got her. So that's 35, and then I guess the room's right here.
Yeah, that's the yes.
Oh, well, that's the stair technically, I think. But
Well, that is the cupboard under the stairs right there.
okay. Can I? Yeah, I'm just gonna look around and see if I can see if there's like check for any trapdoors or any other thing that might lead somewhere else. Or if there's
Yeah, make an
anything.
investigation check.
Blessed be
Hmm?
13.
13. Not in this room, no.
God damn it. I don't know if that's enough or not. Looks
Okay.
clear.
Yeah. All right. Movement, action. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Victor.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna just bonus action. We're gonna bonus action dash.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go right to the bottom of the stairs.
Did you remember that I also just yelled at you and said there's a way out on the second floor?
Yeah, but there's no fire right here, so it's okay.
Look, my man loves to take stairs when he doesn't need to, and it's worked out well all the time. So
And I'll
Okay,
be like,
so you
"I'm
start
ready to
heading
get out."
down the stairs. That's movement and dash. Anything else?
No, I'll just say I'm heading out the front door, guys.
Okay. All right. Well.
Ooh. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Just kidding. Thought somebody rolled and got a nat one. I was like,
No,
ooh.
that's me rolling which direction. So the fire continues its march northward. And of course, lots more embers flit through the air everywhere. That's fun for everybody. Okay, Vareth, you're up.
Okay, well, I have faith that my accomplices are smart enough to not stand in a burning building. And with the impending situation of guards probably going to come and be like, oh, why the fuck's this warehouse on fire? He's going to go out and find somewhere to hide.
Okay.
So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get right here, and he'll probably say to the guy, we should hide. And is there like an alleyway somewhere nearby, like across the street or something?
Yeah, I mean, this is like it's like a pretty, like, built up on top of itself area of Waterdeep in the dock wards. So there's lots of nooks and crannies people can find to hide in.
Cool. So yeah, I'll use my dash, and you can put me wherever is in regards to that. But
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously the back of the building is the part that it's on fire, so I would assume that running like forward.
yeah, somewhere over here to the west, right?
Yeah.
Like this direction, away from the burning.
Yeah,
building.
so we'll have you head that way.
Okay.
And do you have an action or a bonus action to hide with? No, you don't have bonus action hides. If you're
Well, so now
dashing, you'll need.
Yeah.
You know.
So my intent is like to get to somewhere where it would be easy to hide. Not.
Yeah,
I'm not going
gotcha.
to take the hide action because I want to be able to see if
Okay.
they come out. Right. If that makes sense.
All right.
That's me.
Okay, Ash, you're up.
All right. Well, he's gonna notice Tav coming up and just yell and say, "Hey, Zai found a way out the back. Let's get out of here." And then he's gonna go 5, 10, 15. Still doesn't see him. 20. Okay, so he sees him there. Yeah. What's up? Isn't
Am I-
that a window to the north there?
Yeah, that's a window.
It's kind of like grimy,
Uh,
and you'd have to like wipe it off to actually see out of it. But...
All right. What are you checking on here? We gotta go.
I'm looking for stuff.
He always looking for stuff.
It's all gonna be lost to fire anyway.
All right. Well,
gonna miss
have to, I guess open a door over
Okay.
here or check for.
Yeah, none of these doors are locked.
None are locked. Okay, he'll open it.
Oop. Yeah, you open a door. You see another office. This one is similarly kind of like not super well used. You guys can also like I'm giving you surface level impressions. If you want to more deeply investigate any of these, you're welcome to. But it
Is
will
there
take
like a desk or
some
something
effort.
in the office?
Yeah, there's a desk in all these offices.
Okay, yeah, I'll just step inside and search the desk real quick.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. 13. Okay, yeah, I think you start digging through the desk, and you do actually find something kind of interesting. You find a like sheet of parchment that, as you look at it, kind of has this like weird shine to it. Like,
All right, well, we don't
Shimmery.
have time to read it now, so I was gonna take it and then.
okay.
anything
And it's
else
also,
that
it's a
looks-
blank sheet of parchment. It's not like it doesn't have writing on it, but it is kind of weirdly shimmery.
Okay, yeah, we'll grab it.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else stand out in there?
That's it for that room.
All right. I probably have a little
least
bit
on
of
the
movement
13th.
left, so I'll just back out, and that's probably gonna be it.
Okay. Rainier, I guess, is gonna follow Vareth. All right, Zylander.
I'm gonna use my object interact to open this door in front of me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you see another office.
And I will investigate inside the office.
Okay. Go ahead.
17.
17. Okay. This one actually is kind of interesting. At the back of the office, you see some sort of contraption, and you like click it. It's like a panel in the wall, and it like slides out, and there's a ladder going down.
I'm gonna look back towards Ash and be like, Geronimo, and I'm gonna take the ladder.
Okay, you take the ladder down and find yourself in a secret little room
Hey!
down here. It's not very big, but with your dark vision, you can see there are 2 wooden crates.
I'm gonna use my action then. I have burglar's tools, which would include a crowbar, right?
Yeah, should be.
So I'm gonna use my action to try and like open up one of these crates if it's not easily openable.
Yeah, go for it.
What is it?
Athletics check, I think, because you are trying to like pry the lid off of a nailed shut crate.
18.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, you open one of these things, and you find some silver like bars, and some 3 shimmering bottles of liquid.
Can I grab them all?
So it's 15 10-pound bars. So you might be able to grab a couple, but if you, it would take like, everybody kind of, I think, to also.
So I'm gonna grab the 3 bottles of liquid.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you knew that you were starting to like really go out of focus.
Yeah,
on
it was
that.
weird, but we got it.
So I will grab the 3 bottles of liquid then, and then I'll grab just one of the silver bars and put it in my bag, and I'll yell up and be like, "I found the treasure!" And then proceed to continue like looking at this pretty silver bars in front of me.
Okay, they are corroded actually, so they're still worth they're still worth. It's 10 pounds of silver, so it's still worth a lot. But like they clearly haven't been like treated in any way or like very carefully kept away from air, so they just have like black corrosion on them. But that's that's how metal does, I guess. Okay, Tav, you're up. And also, Tav, you heard Xylander, actually not that far away from where you're standing, muffled through a wall, yell, "I found the treasure," because that secret passageway down from up above does go very near to where you are, but it's offset a little bit. It's like over that way.
That's amazing. Oh, I'm glad somebody found it. There's no people in there, I hope.
Okay, but Tav, you're up. What would you like to do?
I think that she feels like it sounds like nobody's, burning alive themselves, so she's probably okay with like starting to move on out. I don't know, maybe she'll actually make a move for it and get out of here, I guess. She feels pretty good about
Okay.
about heading out. So yeah, I guess she'll just go ahead and do a dash. And what was the trick? It's like you click right, hold right, click left,
so like
and right?
you pick it up with left click and you move it
goes.
around, and then while you're moving it, if you right click, it'll give you a ruler, and then if you right click more than once, you'll drop little like. Yeah, I mean the first step is to pick it up and drag it, right? Like you've left clicked it, you're dragging it around, and then while you're dragging it, still holding left click, you do the right click.
There it is.
And it'll give you a thing. And then if you hit right click again, it'll drop like a waypoint on whatever square you're currently over.
Okay.
And then when you let it go, it'll kind of like.
I'll practice this off stream a little bit more. I think that this gets me.
Okay.
This gets me to that. Or wait, no, there was another exit around this way. I could have busted through the window, I guess. No,
you could have busted through that window if you wanted to, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, Victor. You are at the bottom of the stairs. Victor.
Skynet.
Oh,
Totally.
Incredible.
I'll do it not scream, my bad.
You are at the bottom of the stairs. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep making my way out.
Okay.
Making my way downtown.
All right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to dash again for that. So I'm gonna use a dash, and then see 5, 10, 15.
I'm gonna start taking people off the top floor.
Yeah.
As
So
needed.
Outside the building.
Okay, this one's taken. Okay.
Sorry, this actor's really good.
Okay. All right. Nope, not 14d2, 1d2, please. Thank you. Okay. Now it is spreading more to the north. Once again. Okay. Also, at this point, Victor, you see beginning to like march into sight is some guards.
Ah, weird.
I don't know what is up with the. It's like you can't see the whole formation, but there's a bunch of these dudes. So there's like a captain kind of in the middle of the
Oh shit.
middle of the like group, and then there's a bunch of guards who are sort of like coming in. They see you.
Oh yes, the fire brigade.
I guess if there's one person to get caught outside.
Yeah. And that brings us to Ash.
Yeah, I guess Ash is going to run up and look down the hole and see how far it looks, whatever he can see with his torch in his hand.
And just for clarification,
this
we
one.
did skip me because we're assuming that I'm hiding in an alley, yes?
Well, also because I guess I accidentally deleted your turn somehow.
Okay, I wasn't offended. I just
No, you're
assumed
fine.
That's why
Yeah.
you skipped me.
No, I completely. That wasn't
all
really
good.
intentional. Let's go ahead real quick and Verith. We'll do that.
Literally, there was no reason to back up. I'm literally saying where I'm at because I'm not good at running
Okay.
the guards.
Trying to take a stealth check or just sort of standing in the shadows.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point. I will hide. That'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my chat inspiration.
Okay.
Hey, I like it.
Hey.
That was worth it.
Okay. I haven't missed any inspirations, have I? No. Okay, great. All right. So, Verith, you hide. Ash, you rush up. You're looking down to see. Yeah, so Xylander is. It's about the height of the stairs. You get the sense that this is like relatively close to like the first level.
Yeah, so let's just say, what'd you find? Is it worth it?
Yes.
All right, I'll climb down.
Okay.
And then I'll just
All right,
kind of like
let's see.
gesture at the open crate of silver bars.
Yeah. So there's like how many of these are there? 15, I think. 10-pound silver bars. Or now there's 14.
Yeah, I found 14 of them.
All right, well, that's
Yeah,
heavy.
that
So
would
Yeah.
he'll grab 2 and then start
Okay.
making his way, or yeah, just ask. That's it?
I mean, there's another crate that you haven't opened either.
Yeah, there's
If it's,
another.
you know.
Okay, well then he's gonna ignore the silver bars and go to the
Okay,
crate
gotcha.
and use a crowbar, hopefully, to
yeah.
get some
Make an athletics check.
advantage to.
That'll do. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright,
You
so
pop
is it-
this one open, and you discover. Oh, you discover 4. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what they are. It's like these large, thin, square objects that are currently wrapped in leather. They're like
big
2
square?
inches thick, and like, I don't know, probably about as tall as you are. You could
Oh,
like
interesting.
unwrap one if you want to see what they are.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, take one.
Yeah,
Or just-
you grab
yeah.
one and unwrap it, and what you see is a beautiful landscape painting of the town of Baldur's Gate that you think would probably sell for a pretty decent amount. It's quite well done. And you would presume, looking at the other ones, that they might not all be of the same place, but it's probably 4 paintings is what's in here.
And
It's probably
based-
worth more than a single one of the bars of gold would be, but they're also harder to carry, so...
Yeah, and based on where we are, the only way to get in or out is the ladder that we came up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I'll grab 2 gold bar or two silver bars, and that's it.
Okay.
And if I have movement, start climbing back up. but
Yeah,
I
you
think
can
I'm probably done.
probably get back up to... Well, you were in the other room and then you went to the one Xylander was in? Yeah, you're probably tapped on movement.
I think I was in the middle hall here.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll say you can make it to the top of the ladder then.
okay, then yeah, I'll do that. And is Tab within 30 feet of me?
Within 30 feet of you. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Tav is like outside of 30 feet of where you are.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then I'm done.
Okay. Rainier, I guess, is also... You know what? Let's see what Rainier does. Yeah, I think Rainier tells you, Verith, he says, I think I actually know that, Captain. Should I stay here or go over and try to help your friend?
free country. I choose not to be seen.
It's a free country, he says. Incredible. Yeah, okay. He's gonna
I
come
don't give a
up.
fuck. This isn't even Flume. I don't give a fuck what he does.
Yeah, he's gonna approach the guards and say,
Float your boat, homie.
yeah, he's gonna walk out into the streets and say, "Oh, thank goodness you're here, Captain." And that's about all he's gonna get to. Zylander, you're up.
Can I carry the paintings? Any of them at all?
I mean, it would be hard to carry all 4. You probably could easily grab one and climb the ladder still. If you had some sort of clever way of attaching them to each other or something that you could come up with, you might be able to carry more.
Framed paintings.
Framed paintings, yeah.
So if I took my lovely small knife and I cut the painting out of the frame delicately, could I carry all 4 of them?
It would take time, right? I would say it would take an action to cut it carefully out of the frame and roll it up. So if you want to stay here for the next 4 turns, or 1 turn per painting.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my turn to cut one of the paintings out,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna use my object interact to grab one of the paintings that's not cut out, and then I'm gonna use my movement to get out of here.
All right. Okay.
And how much
I'm
movement
gonna
would I
say
have
this
left?
is. I'm gonna say also, Zylander, take some DM inspiration for your commitment to loot as a criminal, committing hard to looting a burning warehouse. I think that is DM inspiration worthy in my book.
Holy moly.
So take a. Oh, my chair just caught something. Hang on, gang.
How much movement would I have after I get back up the ladder?
Great question. Jesus Christ, my chair has eaten my headphones.
Wow.
No problem.
That shiny piece of parchment rolled like shit.
There we go. God damn.
That's-
Sorry, guys. Oh.
That shiny piece of parchment didn't roll very well, Pixel.
Okay. It's a 10-foot ladder, so
So
I want to
20
say
feet
it
of
probably
movement.
takes 15 feet of movement to climb because it's sort of hard terrain, but not exactly, and you're also carrying something.
Okay.
So they could get to the top with 15 more feet.
So I'll go right there then.
Oh,
And that'll be my turn.
all right.
And as I pass Ash,
Tav.
I just figure Ash is gonna be looking at me really crazy as I'm carrying this painting that's just as tall as he is, and me I'm trying to fit through the door.
Yeah.
And just, as I'm going through the door, I'm gonna pivot, and then I make it through the door.
Yeah. Okay, Tav, you're up.
Yeah.
I think
Tav
you
is
can
gonna-
see the guard starting to walk into the area as well.
Yeah, she's gonna take accountability for her actions. She's gonna step on out here. So she's gonna do 5,
Oh
10,
my God.
15, 20, 25, 30. And then she's going to say, well, yes, I torched the building. Full of criminals who illegally kidnapped and imprisoned this fine gentleman. And on the bright side, we have dramatically lowered the rate of crime in doing so. I do also have a half gallon of water and a good number of regrets. Should I start with the fire or the paperwork?
I just want to say, Vareth, if he can hear this, is just. God.
Oh my god. Okay. I guess I have to add a turn for
Turn
this
into
guy
a prison
now.
break in the next couple episodes. Holy moly.
That's not
Am I the only one that read the fucking repercussions for doing crime in this city?
Look, she's taking accountability, but also, it was full of criminals, okay? It was warranted. It was an accident. An arsonist lights things to watch something fall, but a hero does it because the world deserves more than silence in times of cruelty. Could you please note that on the report?
Victor. You're up.
So, I reckon at this point, Victor's gonna start walking towards the guards and say, "While Tab was the one that burned the building down, it was warranted. I promise." as I can see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Okay. All right.
Do I hear any of this interaction as I'm getting closer to that door or out that like dirty window?
I don't. Even though they are kind of, I think you hear maybe some shouting, but it's hard to hear exactly what they're saying because you are all the way across a burning building.
I'm
Also,
not sure,
the fire
I
is
just-
getting closer and closer to the door.
oh no.
Okay. All right, Vareth. They can stay in
Oh,
butt.
you already know, brother. I'm just staying right here.
Take some inspiration, Vareth. Oh,
I don't even fucking think so, dude.
take some
got-
inspiration.
I got too much on the line. There's a joke to be had here, but I'm not gonna make it. Cause
Yeah,
it's
you
on
do
screen.
hear a little voice nearby. What the fuck are they doing?
Gods, I don't know. Somebody's gonna end up in jail tonight, but it ain't gonna be us.
Damn straight. Okay, Ash, you're up.
All right, yeah, Ash is gonna beeline for the back door that we saw. 2, 3, 4,
I'm sorry.
5,
I'm fine.
6, and then dash out the back. I guess is
Yeah.
Third. You said stairs, right?
Yeah, so there are. I don't have them on the map, but let me see if I can't real quick. Let me give you a. It's basically like give me this. It's like a little set of stairways that goes down like
Okay, then we'll
that way.
probably get to about there, I guess. And then, so we're outside. We can't see from here the
Yeah, but you do
street,
sort
or-
of hear the noise coming from this general direction. Like you think it's forward and to the left, like around the corner of the building. Like this way. I don't know what all of that you can see, but like that's kind of where the sounds of the people talking are coming from.
Okay, and I can tell it's our group talking over there.
I think you would have little reason to believe it's anyone else, but I think you also can hear like the clanging and moving of like people in heavier armor too. You know,
Alright,
because they
well,
they
Ash-
did come marching from like the side of like none of them are visible now, but they're marching from the direction you guys kind of are towards the front of the building. If that makes sense. Like
yeah,
they're
so Ash is gonna ditch his
moving,
torch
like,
and
that way.
just continue moving in the dark.
It's fair. Maybe don't walk out with a lit torch.
okay. If you guys will hang on 1 second, I'm gonna let this cat out of this room, or he's gonna lose his mind.
It wasn't me, I swear.
The real question is, do these arson investigators, do they know the scorch patterns of burning hands versus a torch?
To be fair, she is kind of be like, it was me.
I did. Look, I tried to take accountability.
Okay, sorry about
I
that,
didn't want
gang.
you guys to get in trouble.
I wasn't gonna get in trouble anyway.
All right, so Ash, you lose the torch. You're making your way out. Anything else?
Nope. I mean,
Okay.
he'll hide, sneak, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got action left, you can take a hide action.
No, I think I dashed to get out there probably. So yeah, I'm good.
All right. It is Rainier's turn, so he is going to kind of come up next to Victor, and he's going to say, "Yes, Captain Staggett. I of course am Rainier Neverember, and I can confirm that I was kidnapped by some criminals in this building, and it seems the conflagration broke out as these fine folks attempted to rescue me.
Nobly. Yep.
And that brings us to the captain's turn, and he sort of like steps out from in front of the men at this point. And sort of like once he gets up here and sort of like can look in and see just how bad the fire is getting, he's gonna say, right, everyone stay put. You lot alert the fire brigades. 2 of you go alert the fire brigades. Everyone else, he sort of like looks around to see if he can find a like well or something. And we're gonna who wants to choose your fates, friends?
What?
Well, I need somebody to give me an
do it.
even or odds as I roll this D100
Not me.
as to whether or not there's a well anywhere near here.
I've done enough.
So who okay, so then first I will roll for one of you guys, 1d5. Tav, the dice have chosen. Evens or odds.
This feels mean and unnecessary.
Listen, it's right there in front of God and everybody. I was going like left, like up the, Tav.
Brad, you've helped me in the past. Brad,
VP was 1, Tav was 2, Jason was 3, Victor was 4, Foxy was 5.
Brad, high or low? Help me.
No, not high or low, even or odd.
Oh, even or odd? Help.
Even worse odds, Actually, it's not.
It's
the same
the
exact-
same
yeah, it's- Hey, I corrected myself.
Okay.
Well,
think
because of
you
the
see
fact
it,
that
though.
I wasn't trying to, do bad. I was trying to do justice. And justice is sort of like getting even. We'll go with even.
Okay.
Which was the wrong decision.
Incredible. And the captain says, "Oh fuck! Oh shit! It's the worst. Why here?" And his sort of dudes start to like him and his. He actually stays here, but his people, of which there are a bunch, they start to
Holy
like
shit.
scatter. Like
Oh,
running
God.
around frantically trying to look for like sources of water that they can use to put out this fire.
Aren't we
2
by
of
the
them
dock
run
ward?
off specifically
Yeah.
looking for
It's
the
water that way, you idiots.
and then a couple, yeah. So it's like they're all just sort of, running. I mean, there's like you talking about the bay.
Are you saying there's no water in Waterdeep?
I just want to be clear that you guys are half a mile from the ocean front as the crow
Oh.
flies.
Okay.
So,
Not bad.
You mean to tell me you don't employ a member of the Wizarding Guild or whatever? I forget the name. There's some guild here that the fucking City Watch employs to help out in situations like these who might have create or shape water.
I wish to God I could shoot paper wads right now. Shut up!
yeah. I mean, with that in mind, what part of town do you think all the wizards live in there?
Shut up. Look, I don't know.
Tav? Would you say,
It's fine. I know. It's okay.
if you're lucky, there's a few in the trades
This
wards?
was a rhetorical question.
In which case, you are a quarter mile
Rhetorical
from the
question,
trades
Farley.
wards. Okay, well. Yeah, so they start to panic. And I think as they're all panicking, running around looking for water, Eustace does send 2 people over to arrest Tav.
Oh God, yeah.
At least detained. I don't know if you're arrested, but you are certainly detained
Oh,
for the
no.
time being.
Ain't it coming?
Okay, Zylander.
So Jesus Christ. I'm gonna use 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet right here to be on the stairs. And do I see any of these guards anywhere? As you
From
Have I
the
gotten-
stairs, no, but you are hearing commotion from like around like this corner of the building, kind of. So if you were to go to the left and then turn left again and like start heading south from where you are, you feel like you would start running into them.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down the stairs. So I got 25, so 30. Then I'll action dash for another 30. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then if I go up like right here, I don't know if I'm projecting that or not.
I can't see, but no.
If I go to like right there, am I away from all of everybody and like into the
Yeah, you could.
sides?
You and Ash could run off in like north or east from here and be running away from whatever's
Cool.
happening with the guards.
As I'm shimmying with this painting away from all of the guards that I hear them clanking around looking for water, I'm just gonna sprint as fast as I can.
Sprint into the night,
While I'm
painting
holding
on
it
your
so, like,
back.
Yeah, I'm just like, as I'm carrying, I'm just like this and like running into like the alleys of the north.
Incredible.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. All right.
Oh boy.
Taff, you're up.
Guys, I'm gonna make a gamble here.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Another one, you mean?
Oh no.
All right. I understand why this is happening. However, I would like to bring to your attention that according to the code legal, arson is only punishable if it's committed against lawful structures of the city. And seeing as the residents of this structure did not seem to be terribly lawful themselves, you may want to verify whether or not this was in fact a officially registered with the Waterdeep Guild before Otherwise, it was truly just a fire in the nest of some criminals, and truly, I think that's a much less concernable thing, especially because such a crime was warranted in the situation. Thoughts, prayers, guidance?
So give me a persuasion check. I am going to say disadvantage.
God damn it. What?
Because they are seeing the smoke billowing into the sky.
And you just did claim that you committed arson.
However, arson, but again, it is not punishable.
See, I mean, here's the thing is that you're making the kind of argument that some sort of magistrate would have to, like, render a judgment on.
Trying her best.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're essentially asking this beat cop to answer complicated... Oh. Brutal.
Oh, that's the worst.
We talk about
Brutal.
You literally walked out and said, "Hey, I did it."
Might
Yeah.
I also just add that per the code legal, it is also any arcane practitioner detained for any magical action in defense of their life or against known agents of criminal syndicates must also be held for no more than 1 hour before being reviewed by a magistrate for the rest or invalidated as a civil overreach. Just a reminder.
Yeah, so well, I guess we'll deal with him when that happens. Yeah, they do start tying your hands and binding your fingers because you've now told them that you're an arcane practitioner.
Oh no!
So no somatic components of spells. Victor.
Oh boy.
And we are still in initiative. It's very hard to have like a big
Gale.
long conversation about what's supposed to happen, while we're in initiative as this building burns.
Oh, I don't even know where to go with this anymore. I think Victor's just going to talk to the captain and say, "Sire, I believe we've known each other in passing, but I
Is that you, Vicky?
It is me, Vicky."
So you do know this guy. You were speaking to Captain Eustace Stegett. He is kind of like a little uptight, a bit of a stick in the mud. You know that he, like, most people respect him. He tries to keep the peace in the dock ward, but that's kind of difficult to do. He doesn't believe in, like, rumors or gossip. He doesn't drink, but he also doesn't, like, let anger get the better of him. So, yeah.
So, I'm going to say, "Sire, let us talk. Let's solve this diplomatically. I don't believe that Tav should be arrested for what's happened here today."
Listen, I respect you, I respect the work you do with the city, but the building is still burning, so until we sort of get that under control and figure out, what's happened, I do think we sort of have to, keep things locked. In fact, none of you should leave.
No. Sir, are you saying you're going to detain me as well?
Yes, every single person who is here should be detained. At the very least, we have to do fact finding and understand what's happened here. But it's kind of hard to do that while, he sort of gestures at the... One of the windows, like, breaks from the heat. Like...
Well, fair enough. I'll stand to the side for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he says, listen, you know me, I'm a fair man. we'll get to the bottom of it, right? Justice will be served. You know, one way or the other. And if you've not done anything wrong, you've nothing to worry about.
Perfect. I would say all the people that have done wrong are probably about to burn.
Would you like to put some handcuffs on those ashes?
Oh boy.
Now, Tab.
Yeah, he sort of looks at the veterans, and they kind of exchange a look with him with their eyebrow raised and nod, and then they gag you.
Oh man.
You're a spellcaster, so no verbal
That Kaylin
components
came out
either.
just now where you're not gonna follow the rules. I'm gonna bitch about it. Anyway.
Okay. Anything else from Victor?
No, at this point. There's not a lot I can do right now.
Okay. Damn, I keep rolling ones. It keeps going north along the back wall of this place, man. Okay. All right. Vareth, anything?
So I guess, is there a roof access anywhere near me? Just on an
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Okay. I want to get up a little higher in case, so I can see if I can see Xylander or Ash. That's kind of my intention. There it is. 22.
22. Yeah, totally. Easy. You see another warehouse that has, it's like, got the same kind of like stairway to the second floor that this one has, kind of like around, you know, like you can turn around and it's on like the back side of this building, not that visible to where the guards are. And you look and you could like run up the thing and then climb on the railing and then kind of hop on the roof pretty easily.
Cool. So let's do that. And then this is just for flavor. Would I happen to have like some tiny little reflective piece of anything, like glass or like a little mirror or anything? Just, if not, that's totally cool.
mean-
It's really just for flavor.
The
it's not even-
any like blade you have is probably reflective enough. As far as glass or a mirror, I'd say maybe that's a luck check.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it.
All right, well, evens or odds?
We'll go evens. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you look around and see that, like, you know, you're in like an industrial area where there's like, you know, all kinds of shit. Like from, you know, it's
Cool.
like, I don't know if you've ever been in a part of town that's like this, but it's just like, yeah, it's like there's a piece of broken glass that you just are like, yeah.
So my intention is to post up on the roof there and then like use the glass to like, if I see Xylander or Ash, I'll kind of like try to get their attention by flashing it with the light
okay.
or whatever.
Yeah, I guess make a perception check here, I guess, to see if you can see either of them.
Okay. You say perception, yeah?
Yeah.
That's 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, I think you probably can see Xylandor is like on the other side of this warehouse that's on fire, but like headed up an alleyway, like on the other
Yeah.
side of it, kind of. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're gonna hold here still yet, but
Okay. Okay. Anything else from Vareth?
that's it.
All right.
I want to
Ash.
see how this. I want to see how this resolves.
All right, Ash, you're up.
Which way did Xylander go?
Looks like he
Straight
took off
north.
to the north, from what I can
To the north.
up this
okay.
direction.
Yeah. I'm like I'm here, but like I'm one square above it.
Oh, okay, so right off the map.
Yeah. I just wanted to get as far away as possible.
Yeah, I kind of want to stay nearby, but I want to stay hidden. So if there's a way to like loop around somewhere, that is the direction I would go.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you can, like, there's other warehouses and stuff, you know, relatively close to this thing. Like, you could probably find someplace to go be nearby, but not that visible in pretty much any direction. And once you're, like, a decent ways away from the premises, it's like, it would be hard for somebody to prove that you were in that building, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do, is just loop around and walk down the street.
Okay, so are you looping
Like I was-
around towards the front or the back of the building?
Towards the front,
Okay.
but away and then to the street
Yeah.
and then back down towards the
Okay.
front.
So you're looping around. It'll like if you to get like go far enough north and then west, it'll probably take a round or two
Yeah, oh for
to
sure.
do that. Okay, I think at this point everyone is out of the building. The building is on fire. I do think these people are looking for water. They weren't super successful on their first turn. Actually, okay, so I'm gonna say Foxy, choose even or odds for water for this turn. We'll see if these guys, the sooner they find it, the better chance they have of
Odds.
stopping the fire. Odds. Not yet. I do think as like Rainier talks to this captain a bit, he does come over here to help guard Tav. He sends one of the people into the building to try to like grab a couple of the bodies that are visible and like drag them out, onto the street. So they can be identified before basically he's trying to hedge his bets against he's trying to hedge his bets against if the place doesn't get not burned down, they'll at least have some evidence of what was going on in there. If that makes sense. Even if they can't save everything. So, okay. That brings us back to Zylander. Once I think we get through this round of combat, we'll go out of initiative because basically nobody's in danger at this point of physically burning alive in the fire. It's just sort of a question of how things play out on a longer time scale of can they get the building fixed or not fixed, but can they get the building not on fire? Can they stop the building from catching other buildings on fire? So,
I guess that I would say, knowing myself as how well I know this town, would I recognize kind of where I'm at and be able to hide at least my painting well enough that it wouldn't be discovered so I could return to it?
You would, I think, feel like...
Or actually, hold on. Is it going to hurt the value if I cut it out like I did the other one?
I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, really.
I'm going to use my action to cut it out.
Okay. Yeah, you
Now
can do
I'm
that and
freed
roll
up
it
away
up
from
and
it.
stash it.
Yep, and then I just kind of
Yeah, and this one, I'm going to look and see.
Oh yeah, what is this one?
Hang on, gang. This one is a beautiful landscape painting of Silvery Moon.
Cool.
So you've got one of Silvery Moon, one of Baldur's Gate, and you have one gold bar, and Ash has two. Not gold, silver bar, and Ash has two.
Yes.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
So-
you can do that.
With that, do I still see Ash from where I'm at? I can
Yeah, I
I
think
would've
you
peeked around
saw
the corner.
Ash kind of moving in a slightly different direction, but
Okay. I think that I would then just discus or throw frisbee the frame away, and then just kind of get the opposite direction and come towards Ash, group up with him, and kind of make our way towards what's going on together, so it's less pliable that we weren't in there together.
Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. I think you guys also do see some guards starting to sprint off in various directions up here. I don't know if you guys are actually close enough to see those or not. Not really. So anyway, it's
No,
all
my
good.
dark vision's a little. I don't think you see anything.
Okay. I think at this point we are going to come out of initiative.
Yay!
So. Okay. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. No, I think. Okay. Okay. I think that as you guys are waiting, they do find a near enough by source of water. Fire brigades are alerted, and I think probably like the back entire wall of like the upper balcony collapses at one point, and the back wall of this place kind of like caves in, but it doesn't catch any other buildings, and they are able to pretty much get it put out before it overtakes the entire.
You're just gonna see she's kind of
Building.
muffled, and she kind of like lifts her hand, like gives a thumbs up.
So that they do manage to, like I said, get it somewhat stopped. Some of the, bodies are burned and what have you, but they are able to kind of get the thing under control. So and yeah, so there's the guards are kind of like working on getting whatever evidence that they can out of the place once it's safe enough, and so on and so forth. And the captain at this point, I think, looks over at Victor and Rainier and says, he's like covered in soot. Everybody's covered in soot. None of the guards were injured, thankfully. And he says, "All right, you lot. What the fuck happened here?"
Rainier was captured. We had to save him. There was a bunch of bad people in there too, so they all perished, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've looked at the corpses. Several of them have gang-related tattoos and what have you, so that tracks. How did you know Rainier had been taken?
Well, we actually didn't. I don't believe. We were looking for Floon.
Yeah, and Rainier pipes up and says, "Yes, I think it's just sort of luck. 2 nights ago, I was drinking with a friend of mine, a rather, friendly individual by the name of Floon Blagmar, and we look somewhat alike, I suppose, especially if one hasn't met us before, and I believe that we were targeted. I think they were looking to abduct me. I think the criminal element of the city have got in their head that I have information about something my father did back when he was Open Lord of Waterdeep, and I don't, of course. We haven't spoken in years, but I think they mistook Floon for me and dragged him off and in my stead. And then while these folks were looking for me, or looking for him, they ran across me, and here we are." Right. Great.
Yeah, I'll look at Rainier and be like, "Do you know where they took Floon?"
Sorry, I don't. I was tied up and locked in a closet. But maybe someone saw something? The captain says, "Well, listen, good riddance to, looks like there was, from what we can tell, a big fight between another one between these gangs here, so that tracks as well. Good riddance to them, as I won't be losing any sleep over their corpses. But listen, it's best not to meddle in criminal matters, right? Leave the dirty business to the City Watch. Not all City Watch officers are quite as nice as me, And for the love of the gods, keep the blood off the streets, okay?" And he goes over and unbinds and gags Tav, and says, just sort of like looks around, kind of like he sees you pretty badly injured, Victor, and says, "The two of you, how many were there?" He's sort of like starting to do a little bit of the math of like 2 adventurers versus like. He's like, okay, some of these, like the Zents and the Xanathars, some of them killed each other. That fight must have been over when you got here, but that means whoever was victorious in that fight, like, you would have had to kill them. He's sort of like starting to do a little bit of like cop math and be like, wait a second,
boy.
How exactly did you guys kill all these people?
I'm so sorry.
With a bit of luck and ingenuity.
Yes.
And a lot of fire.
Well, you see.
Are you?
I'm so
Wait, you're
sorry
not. Are you there,
You're
Ash?
not there.
Yeah. I was like,
I mean, well, let me ask this too, because this would have taken some time. So Vareth, Xylandor, and Ash, you guys kind of seemingly got away scot-free at the moment. You would have had enough time because it would have taken them, you know, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour to like get the fire under control, right? Listen, and if you're a firefighter in the audience and that doesn't make any sense, it's just move on with your life, okay? It's fine. All right. Magic. I don't know. Who knows? They got some wizards. Whatever. So, but you guys have had some time. Like, so what is everyone else doing up until this conversation starts happening?
I think Ash was planning on just like kind of like strolling around the side, so let's stay.
Yeah, looping around and trying to get back to something a little less conspicuous, where we can kind of like what Vareth was doing, but not up on top of a building. Just coming down the street and observing what's going on.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to be like
shadows.
on the other side of the police cordon, kind of like, because at this point there would be, you know, looky-loos or whatever you would call them, you know, like
nosy neighbors.
Yeah.
I just have one question. Can I hear them from where I'm at?
Oh yeah, I would think so.
Then I'd have zero intentions of moving.
Yeah.
Could we hear the conversation from where we are behind the line?
I think any of you that want to get close enough to be able to hear what's going on, you probably can. You know, I mean, it's loud and chaotic, but I think if you're really focusing in, you probably can get close enough to see what's going on.
Cool. I think that I would be right with Ash on the side of the line, yeah?
Yeah. So Xylander and Ash, well, I'm just gonna move you guys here. You're not exactly right here, obviously. You're off in the direction like to the west from here, but you know, I'm not gonna change the size of the map shit, so it's fine. Anyway, okay, yeah, so you guys listen in and this conversation happens. So Chav and Victor, you say, you know, luck and ingenuity. Go ahead. If one of you wants to give help to the other, or you can just both roll a deception check. So if one of you helps the others, they can have advantage, or you can both roll.
If you want to help me, I promise I'm usually better.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Okay.
Oh my God. Why did the world hate me?
Okay.
Let's try this again. Hold on. Sorry, that was just, I forgot.
Oh,
to do
okay,
advantage.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
That
No,
was
you're
me.
good.
I mean, that's better. 16.
Okay. Yeah, I think with a 16, Victor, make me an insight check.
16.
Yeah, I think you catch on a 16 that you start to realize once Eustace understood that the people who were involved other than you guys were all like criminals and rogues and like gang members, he's not all that interested in like holding anyone to account for their deaths. Basically, you can like, I think on a 16 that's enough to clock. He's basically like, listen, if the Xanathars and the Zentarim want to kill each other, as long as like other people aren't getting caught up in it, like he's pretty much fine to let them destroy each other. So you can feel however about that, but you won't. But that's what you kind of realize is once he confirms the part where you guys were like, these people were criminals and therefore their lives mean nothing. He's like, yeah, all right.
God.
Didn't say quite that.
Didn't you?
I said I
Oh.
can't be held legally responsible for their deaths.
And the difference between what you said and what I said is.
Oh man, this campaign's fixing to get deep.
As deep as water.
I'm smart enough not to argue with my DM. I'm gonna leave it there.
So I'll just say, right, Captain. So streets are better off now.
He just, yeah. So he's sort of like, but you also can kind of tell he's like, it's a headache, right? So he does say like, listen, try not to light any more buildings on fire. There is a considerable amount of paperwork. You know,
Duly noted.
Fair enough.
I do
You know.
apologize. It sometimes happens with us sorcerers. It is difficult sometimes to control the magic. I
right,
apologize.
you're registered with the,
I am. I
okay,
am.
all right.
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, they will have to be notified, but I can assure you that they will, I assume, reach the same conclusions as I have. Okay, well, listen, like I said, you're free to go. Keep the blood off the streets. Sorry about your friend Floon. We don't really have any leads on that, and with the amount of carnage that's been happening these past few nights, I'll be honest, there's not a lot of manpower we can spare. For all we know, he's
Carnage?
for all we know, he's a spy for one of the groups. So,
Blessed. What other carnage has transpired?
well, not just a few blocks from here. There was another. You guys walked by earlier tonight that
Yeah.
skirmish, so he's
Yeah.
referring to that.
Or the murders? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, the ones
Yeah.
where you guys like came across those other cops previously
Yeah.
with that cordoned off area and a bunch of corpses. And then you guys also know at the Yawning Portal there was a fight between some Centaurum and some Xanathars. So it seems to just be like kind of erupting all over the city. And this is like, you know, like there's always been tension between the groups, but like openly killing dozens of each other in the streets is like that's new territory for sure. Like one or two people getting knifed in an alley is one thing, but like open, you know, pitched combat in the streets of Waterdeep is not typical.
Are there any leads onto why now of all the times?
I wouldn't tell you if I knew.
That's fair.
Well, as I said, best not to meddle in criminal matters. Leave this business to the watch.
Absolutely, of course.
And yeah, he is gonna turn you guys loose. And Rainier is gonna kind of stick with you and say, I know it was sort of unintentional, but thank you very much for, you know, saving me.
Of course.
And at this
Absolutely.
point, are we all grouped up again?
Yeah, I mean, as they like move away, Rainier doesn't seem to be inclined to try to like stay close to the guards or anything. So if you guys want to like go somewhere and regroup, you know, they can wander off, and then once you guys are far enough away, the others, Vareth and Ash and Zylander, can kind of like rejoin the group.
I think there's anywhere where we might, I don't know, take a break for a little bit, perhaps rest up. I see, Vicky, maybe we can tend to your wounds for a minute.
What have I done? I'm so sorry, Victor. I really am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like to go by Vicky? I just heard it seemed like your pals called you Vicky. Which do you prefer? You tell me.
City Watch refers to me as Vicky, but you can call me Victor.
Absolutely. All right, Victor it is. Okay. Anyways, Victor, shall we find some place to tidy our wounds up a bit?
For sure. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys what are you looking for? Are you looking for just like a random place out in the open you guys can like group up? Are you looking for a tavern you can go into, or like some other kind of business that might be open?
Not a tavern.
Head
that's-
back
that's
to the
gone.
troll hole.
The troll hole? Are you
Oh.
referring to our dear blessed yawning portal, the
Yeah,
finest
yeah, you've
establishment in
got
Waterdeep as the troll hole.
Mhm.
You've
Listen.
got a gift, or oh, it's not ready yet, right? You
It's not ready
commissioned
yet.
it. Ah.
Yeah. However, if we just a little bit, it might be ready on the way home.
If I'm grouped up with this, I could be like, yeah, we should definitely go see the merchant. For no particular reason at all.
Yeah, no reason. Don't worry.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
know. Yeah, if there's a
who?
place where we can just do like a short rest at least to get some HP back before anything else wild occurs. Unless nobody else wants to take a break, and then that's fine. We don't have to.
I mean,
I think we've probably been hanging out for an hour or two.
Yeah, I mean, it took,
Hopefully.
like, I will say there was enough time to get a short rest in while they were fighting the fire. Even if you were sort of
Got it.
like bound, it's like you're not doing anything more strenuous than sitting there. So if people want to take a short rest and spend some hit dice, feel free.
Perfect.
I'll spend a hit dice on this. How do I do it on here on the thingy?
You just click hit dice.
Which is where? There it is. Found it. God damn.
But yeah, there are some.
Do the rest transfer over as temporary hit points or no?
No, not on these.
Damn.
How does it work for hit dice for healing on? Like, I'm just curious because it's like D8s versus D6s.
Yeah,
Is it
so
just, like,
anybody,
different people?
yeah, it's class based. So different
That's
classes
cool.
have different
Yeah.
size hit dice.
That makes sense.
Ow.
Just never noticed that before.
The wrong button.
Um. Yeah, I mean, there are places nearby. If you like, what kind of place are you guys looking for? Again, is it just like finding an alleyway to chill in, or are you looking for an establishment of some kind? Or are you just you taking your short rest while they were fighting the fire, and now you're doing whatever?
Yeah, I think that's what I would
Yeah,
do.
that's fine.
We took our short rest
Okay.
and now we're
Mhm.
ready to move on and start working on.
Yeah, so we could just find. I mean, just
Okay.
a place to catch up on
Yeah.
things with Floon real quick. So maybe a
Um,
tavern's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
will say
Not
real
Floon,
quick
sorry.
that
Rainier?
Yeah.
that Vareth probably climbs down from the building and regroups and first says, "Do you realize how lucky you are to not be in jail right now?"
Do you realize how persuasive I am, sir?
Clearly, considering you're still standing here unbound.
You'd be surprised. I had my whole legal argument already laid out. It would have been fine.
I do appreciate you not throwing me to the proverbial wolves.
Look, I was concerned that someone was going to be charged with arson. It seems. I don't know. I would rather it be me than any of my friends.
I feel like Varys is taken aback by the friends, and it doesn't say anything out loud, but it's just
You can
it
Yeah.
hits him in a weird way. Like, huh?
Shirk if you want. You'll find out soon enough. That is what I am.
well, if you're looking for a place to, sit, have a bit of a drink, and catch your breath, there's a few places not too far from here. There's the Friendly Flounder, the Thirsty Throat, Three Pearls, and the Night in Shadow. All within a block or two.
I don't
Either
know
of
this.
them.
I don't know this area quite well. Anyone have a preference?
Would I recognize any of those places?
You would recognize for sure the Thirsty Throat is a little bit more like it's closer to the Skewered Dragon than anything else in terms of like the quality of the establishment.
Hmm.
So
Anywhere
you know,
where I won't stick out quite so much as the last place.
but that's the one I don't know that you necessarily know that much about the others, but you know that that's the kind of like seedier one that's more likely to have the criminal element in it.
Yeah, might want to stay away from, where you got kidnapped from or any of the gang hangouts.
I mean, we can go farther afoot. There is the Black Star Inn or the Splintered Stale, or all the way back to the Yawning Portal. It's a bit of a trek, but
I like a foot. A bit of foot, at least.
a foot? Oh, walking. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry.
I didn't know if you wanted like a drink in the shape of a boot or something.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's just words are difficult.
Do they have
Vinny
those
has
here?
Yeah, I think the Night
I've
in
heard
Shadow
about
would
those.
probably have such a thing there.
It comes in
Let's
boots.
go there.
It comes in boots.
Or you know, Denon probably has some of those in the back.
Darn it.
At the the Yawning Portal. They don't get a lot of use, but
Yeah.
you know.
I was so hoping that his gift might be ready by the time that I come back next, but none of the matter. It's fine. We can go.
There's, well, I mean, there are also some inns if you want to, find a place to sleep after you drink. I don't really know what you'll.
I think I am gonna look at Zylander. I'm gonna look at Zylander, and then I'm gonna look back at Rainer and go, inns with beds.
Yeah, we can have a beer and a sleepover.
Yes. I'm certain that that's exactly what Zylander was thinking as well. Carry on. Let's head to the inn.
Well,
Zylander
there's,
looking up and down at Rainer and be like, yes.
There's the Black Star on Black Star Lane or the Splintered Stair.
The Splintered Stair sounds nice.
Okay. I have a question. Can you guys see the various pins that are dropped on the map? Because I put them on the foreground.
Yeah, I
and
see a red.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
see the pins, but it doesn't say what they are.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I guess I can fix that, maybe. Hang on. I gotta find.
Well, that party icon is cool.
I know.
Oh
thought
yeah,
the
I
same
forgot. I
thing.
had forgotten to do that
Mhm.
previously.
Yeah, it's dope.
Oh, there we go. And okay, this place is. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna change these so you guys can see them. Also, I guess we'll go back to the map since I'm looking at Waterdeep now. Okay, this one needs to go to the ground. Sorry, everybody. Okay, Yawning Portal, obviously you can see. Boop, boop. Okay. I just want you guys to be able to see all the places you've been on the map and know what the references are. Okay, Come on, do the thing. Thank you. Okay. Almost there, gang. Gotta do Victor because you live way off to the north. I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, everybody. There we go. All right, so yeah, the Splintered Stair is over here. So you all can make your way. You'll have to avoid the Street of Curtains. So you can kind of make your way maybe down to Troll Crook Alley and then over and kind of up to the Splintered Stair.
What's the reason that we avoid that street?
That's cordoned off because of all the corpses.
Oh yeah,
That's the street where when you guys were coming down Snail Street the night before, or earlier in the night, that was where the guards had cordoned the place off, and they probably still have it cordoned off while they're mopping up the blood. I do think that they have taken the bodies and, the remaining live people to jail and stuff. So, but yeah, so you make your way to the Splintered Stair. It is you enter the entry hall, which rises up 3 floors, and has these sort of interior balconies that are kind of linked by elegantly spiraling stairs. and you make your way over to the counter. And you find a Jesus Christ. Yeah, you find a human female with sort of pale skin, standing at the, the desk. Sort of looks up and says, hello. I don't think we had anyone else with a reservation for tonight, but we do have some rooms.
Excellent. Yes, a few rooms would be greatly appreciated. And if it's all right, I'd like to cover the cost for the party here. I owe them a favor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. How
many rooms do we need? Anybody's bunking up tonight?
Can I take this opportunity to romance Rainier?
I mean, you can certainly try. He is, he's been tied up and locked in a cupboard for more than a day.
It's an inn. It has
he doesn't have spare clothes.
Clothes.
Just imagine you've been kidnapped and then rescued, and maybe he's ready to jump right into something. Maybe he's not. But yeah, so what would you like to say?
So I would take this opportunity to kind of like just walk up to him, and I'm trying to look. I'm wearing my armor. I do have common clothes in my bag.
Okay.
So what I would do is I'd walk up to him and I'd be trying to see how to put this. I understand what you've gone through, and I don't think you should sleep alone tonight. And I would I would pull the clothes out and offer them to him as an opportunity. I would look towards the barkeep and ask, do you have bathing area for guests?
Oh, we could certainly have a tub brought to the room.
Even she thinks that we should share a room tonight, Rainier.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Please. Fuck! I'm burning my DM inspiration.
Oh no. Okay.
13.
I think on a 13, Rainier says, he sort of I think he chuckles and he sort of takes it in a way that he's flattered, but he sort of is well, first of all, I don't even know your name.
I'm trying to think of something soon that I can't off the top of my head. It's Islander, Chief.
Right, well, he sort of shakes your hand. Nice to meet you, Zylander. And
now we're no longer strangers.
Sure. Listen, I'm very flattered. I think, perhaps I've had a stressful night. I don't think I want to rush into anything too, intense. But I don't know. Maybe we should get a drink sometime, yeah?
Sounds like a plan. I'll still hand him my common clothes. That way he has something to change into. And I'll look towards the barkeep and said, she may be covering the rooms, but I'll cover whatever it costs for you to bring the tub to his room.
I do. Yes, I do. Thank you. Yeah, so I guess the question does remain then. So he's not gonna bunk up, spend the night with Zylander.
Unfortunately.
But as far as rooms go, what are we looking at?
Well, let's what are we doing here? We just trying to sleep, or we need to get some information at
I think before we perhaps he can go take a bath
plan?
and then head on up after. I think we should grab some food real quick, just catch up on a few things before we go our separate ways and leave ourselves alone to be potentially kidnapped once more. Let's hope not.
Yeah, I will say this is a pretty nice inn. So it's a wealthy inn. So rooms here are going to be 2 gold per room per night.
2 gold per room per night.
Yeah, I mean, you walk in and it's got like an atrium 3 stories tall, and beautiful spiraling balconies. So I think wealthy inn is definitely. It could be more expensive. It could be aristocratic, but no, it's.
Tav kind of gulps and goes, but of course. Yeah. How many of you need a room of your own again?
Yeah, and I think actually maybe as you like gulp, I think Rainier sort of steps up and like talks to the woman and says like, "Listen, Shalana," he sort of like gestures to himself, and she kind of like has a moment of recognition. He says, "You could just bill me for it. It's fine. These people have done me a great service tonight. I should be more than happy to take care of their lodging."
Oh, I must admit, a teacher's salary isn't quite what it used to be. I do appreciate this.
Yes, he says I should have thought of that when you when I suggested the place.
No,
of
no,
course,
no.
it's I'm a little out of sorts.
I would have taken care of it, but please at least allow me to buy you dinner, or maybe at least hors d'oeuvres.
I think he sort of looks over. I think he sort of looks over at Zylander and says, "I think you might have to get in line. Why don't we discuss after I have my?"
Oh, I didn't mean like that. I'm so sorry. I promise.
I think as he like glances over to me, I'm just gonna be like kind of like licking the tips of my teeth, like.
God damn.
Damn. Yeah. Anyway, he sort of flushes a deep red and says, "I believe I should be getting to my bath. However many," he sort of says to Shalana, "however many rooms they'd like, and then perhaps you all could meet me, or no, I suppose I should come to you after I'm done bathing.
Yes.
Which room?
Meeting you there wouldn't be the same. I mean, you might have someone join you first, but yes, you come to us."
Yes. And so, yeah, he sort of like lets her tell you guys where your rooms are and takes note of whose room do people want to meet in. Or like, and again, how many people are fully? Is it like one room for everybody here, or?
I'm okay bunking with anyone, whoever's comfortable. I understand. I'm the only.
Zylander would jump at the chance to stay at this kind of a place for free by himself.
Okay.
Yeah, Ash is just kind of like in awe at how fancy this place is. Just like, oh my god. Overhearing, he's like, I don't take up a lot of space.
He's so cute.
Do you prefer company or would you like your own room?
Been a while since I've had some company, so that'd be nice.
You want to stay with me?
Sure, let's do that.
Great.
I think as Zylander takes the key to his room, he'd be like, what would Gale think?
I do think Vera says, I'm actually truthfully a little uncomfortable in this place. If it's all right with you all, I'll meet you back here soon. There's an errand I need to take care of.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, no.
All right. And Victor, I assume then you're bunking on your own?
Yeah, I'll bunk on my own.
Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3 rooms and Rainier's room. He hands the coins across. You guys are led up and sort of, I think, have a cluster of rooms in a relatively, like, relatively close together in one area of the place. And each one of the rooms is like has 1 or 2 bedrooms in it, and then like a little sitting area. It's like each one is like a little suite, kind of. Again, it's a very fancy place. So, yeah, you guys are led to your rooms. Rainier takes a shower, or bath, whatever. I guess let's start with you, Vareth. What would you like to do? Or what kind of errand are you running here?
I did send you a message. I don't know how much we want to say out loud.
Okay.
It's on Discord.
Sent me Discord. Okay, I had my Discord shut. That'll teach me.
I mean, I could have messaged you any number of
It's
places.
fine.
This is where I'm playing.
Okay. Yeah, maybe let's you and I talk about how that goes off stream.
Cool.
Okay, and then what about everybody else? Anything y'all are doing, or you just want to jump and hand wave to the meeting with Rainier?
I think that I would kind of inspect my hall, I guess, and kind of get a mental idea of how much all this stuff is worth.
Yeah. Okay. So the as you're looking more carefully, the 2 pictures are worth about 75 gold each, and the silver bars are worth 50 gold each. So you've had a nice little windfall here.
Damn. Definitely worth.
Listen, there's a reason they stole all that stuff in the first place. Oh, you also, I think, can spend enough time to figure out that the two other things. Ash, the thing you picked up, once you spend a little bit of time investigating it, is an item called a paper bird. It's essentially a like message on a sheet of parchment, and you can like write a message on it and speak a creature's name, and it sort of like will go find that person, as long as they're on the same plane of existence to you.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. And this one, I guess, okay, it says paper birds usually come in small flat boxes containing 1d6 plus 3 sheets of parchment. I know I narrated that there was only one, but you found 8 in a little box, actually.
Wow.
So you have 8 paper birds, if you want to add that to your inventory. Also, the 3 things that you found, Zylander, are potions of healing. Standard potions of healing.
Yay!
So,
Damn, Zylander came out of this fucking rich.
Look, I almost died. I almost died.
that was a very risky investigation.
Do you know how many times I almost died?
That is true,
I
yeah.
came out of it nada.
Okay.
You came out of it with a greater sense of self.
All right. So, you guys, is there anything else anybody does? So you guys investigate those things. You have your paper birds, the amount of money from the silver and the other stuff, as well as the potions. I guess, Ash, are you like in the room with Tav, like pulling all this stuff out and looking at it, or are you like trying to do that surreptitiously?
No,
or?
I wasn't gonna hide it. So
Okay.
I could pull it out and say, "Hey, we grabbed a couple things while we were in there." So you can see it.
Who would be
Yeah.
the first person you'd send a note to with this? If you didn't want to waste one, of course.
So how does the bird work? It like
Basically,
finds the
you
person,
write a
or it
message
sends a
up to
message
50
them?
words on a paper, and then say the name of the creature you want to send it to, and then like it kind of folds itself into a bird and flies off under its own steam and takes the like, as long as you're on the same plane of existence, it takes the most direct route to get to wherever they are.
Okay,
that's
so it
pretty
just delivers. It's a one-way delivery of a message.
Yes,
Oh, cool.
exactly. It's like a letter that sends itself,
Gotcha.
but it also
Cool.
can't be longer than 50 words.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Ash is gonna look a little awkward, maybe squirm a little bit at the question. And say, my sister.
Are you too close?
We are.
That's wonderful. How long, when was the last time you saw her? Do you have a lot to catch up on? Do you think 50 words would be enough?
Before I left to come to Waterdeep.
Yeah. So not too long ago, right? I mean, we haven't been here
It's
too
been a-
long.
Well, I took the long way. Made a few stops. It took a while to
Oh,
know where to go.
okay.
So yeah, it's been maybe a couple of years now.
Oh, blessed. A lot can happen in a couple of years. I mean, really, my life only started a couple of years ago, but it still feels like an eternity. I won't pry anymore, but I think that's beautiful. And I hope you'll find that you can use a note to send something to her, give her an update. Maybe she'll write back.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good idea. I might do that. Thank you.
Of course.
I got 8 of these, so if you need to send a message, let me know.
That's very kind. However, I don't have anyone who would want a note from me. So I think they're best kept with you.
Well, thanks. I was gonna pull out a big honking silver bar. I says, I got a couple of these too. I don't really know what to do with them, but yeah. Zylander found them and just grabbed some on the way out.
Yeah.
Probably worth something, but I don't know what to do with it. Are these marked in any way so they could be identified?
I don't think so. They're just like, they've been exposed to air for a while, so they're sort of caked in like, you know, dark corrosion that silver gets, but they're, you know, you scrape that off underneath, it's still, you know, the correct weight of good silver, so, you know.
All right.
Should keep it.
And yeah, they're not marked in like any way that's like, these belong to such and such or so and so. It's just like hunks of metal.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll keep it. I don't really want to be hauling this hunk of weight around with me all the time, though. So gotta do something with it soon.
It's fair. You could always invest it somewhere. Might be a bank nearby.
That's true.
Tell me, if you could start any business, what would it be?
Hard question. I don't know. Probably fire brigade, maybe.
Well then, maybe. I have no ideas. I have never thought of investing in such a thing, because then I would be out of a job. You see.
They could do a lot better than those guys did tonight. And after tonight, I think some of these places might want to pay for some insurance, so we might make some money with some private fire insurance.
You know, on second thought, I think that's a glorious idea. You have a pretty good value proposition. And I know I had gotten a little hot-headed tonight. Didn't show my normal ability to handle stress. However, if you ever need somebody to back you, I have been in Waterdeep and happen to know enough of the academics here to navigate the legal system. So if you ever want to start that business, you just let me know. And I'll do whatever I could to help.
Thanks for the offer.
All right. And,
A message, Pixel.
oh, okay. Yep. Everybody's messing with you, Jesus.
Secret
Okay.
secrets
Listen.
are no fun.
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. Actually, do you guys want to take a quick break? And then we'll come back in about 5 minutes. And I can answer that question for you. I'll message you,
We
Skynet.
can do that.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back at about 9:25 and wrap things up shortly at about 10 or so. Thank you all, and we will see you in a few moments.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasure. Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together they will write their own tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. What was rent shall be restored. What was lost now shall be found. The price of valor ever rising, but victory brings new rewards. Tales of glory, might, and wonder, hard-fought battles, treasures won. Our heroes know their fate awaits them, and so they carry on.
Let's do it. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, great. So I think at this point, unless anybody has anything else very pressing that needs to happen, we will go ahead and jump in. So Rainier, whose room are you guys meeting in?
It probably makes sense to meet in ours since we already got two of the folks.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
I did have one thing I was going to do.
yes,
My
right.
bad.
Go ahead.
So before we meet up, Victor's gonna be in the room and basically take off put his sword and shield down. But he's gonna take his shield. He's gonna etch tally marks, 5 tally marks in the shield, and basically he's just gonna say a small prayer, and and maybe have one small little tear, and then pick it back up.
Okay. And so you guys make your way. Was Foxy here and then left again, or did Foxy never make it back and I just started without him?
Oh,
I was not paying attention.
Damn, I feel like I started without him. Shit. Well, I feel like we're in it now. My bad.
You did give a time, and it is 2 minutes after that.
That is true. My bad. Anyway, so after that, you all make your way to Ash and Tav's room, and Rainier enters as well. And you sort of like sit at the various little like couches and tables and chairs around the sort of like suite in there. And yeah, Rainier says, thank you all again for rescuing me, even though that wasn't your intention. I know we're all quite exhausted, but we will need, I think, to keep looking for Floon. Well, speaking of, why are you looking for Floon?
Well, first of all, I it feels a little strange. I feel like I know you, even though I don't know you, and we've never met, and you certainly wouldn't know me. But you're the son of Neverember, right?
My whole life.
Yeah. I have a fondness for Neverwinter. It was where I was last employed for the last 2 years, actually, before coming here.
I've never been.
Yes, that does have me curious. You and your father were never close. Is that correct?
Never? I mean, we're not now.
Ah, so there was a time.
I mean, I suppose I was a child once, and that was all right.
Fair. You don't think that this has anything to do with, who your father is, and
Oh, no.
why would you have
certainly.
information?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I don't think they know that. I'm not, I suppose it's reasonably well known that we are somewhat estranged, but I suppose, from their perspective, they must think to themselves, well, he must know something,
And you truly don't.
Well, about that. As I said, the Zentarum think my father embezzled a large amount of gold from the city while he was open lord. And they think that he hid the dragon somewhere in the city. They think they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Golor, which, as I understand, was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild until recently. Apparently, someone stole it from them, and the Zents thought I knew something about all of this, but as I said, I don't, besides, what I've told you, which isn't exactly common knowledge, but also is not exactly, you don't have to be me to know that, if that makes sense.
What's special about this artifact?
They think they can find that it somehow will lead them to finding the hidden stash of gold. It's not precisely clear to me how that's supposed to work, but that's what they think about the whole situation. The Zents, at least, and I assume then the Xanathars, since they attacked them. Maybe they think they stole it. I don't know.
And this stone is not like a commonly known thing. It's not like a...
No, that certainly wouldn't ring any bells of like, oh yes, of course, the Stone of Golor. Like,
Yeah,
it's definitely
It's
a
not
word
Excalibur.
that none of you have ever really heard. Even you guys who are in criminal circles have not heard about this before.
Well, so the Xanathar had it, but it was stolen, but other people don't know that, so everyone's just pointing fingers and trying to figure out where it went.
Just for a
Yeah.
clarification thing, really quickly. Sorry, I probably have not made it back yet, right?
I mean, I'm assuming that this is taking place after you've made it back.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
Like,
cool either way. I didn't know.
No, I feel like whatever the timeline is like it makes the most sense for everyone to be able to be involved in the conversation in my brain. So I think however long it took you to do what you needed to do, we're starting after that.
Cool. I was just making sure. I didn't know if I had,
gotcha.
say in the conversations off.
Yeah. So.
There you
Wow.
So.
And you know nothing of this stone.
No.
how does a stone lead the way to something? I mean, this type of magic is. I haven't read about it before, I don't think.
You know, I truly have no idea. It's an artifact, which implies that it's magical, so I don't know if it speaks to them or shines a glowing light. I have no clue. But they believe somebody will be able to use the thing to find it, and, you know.
That's fair.
Thought that I must know its whereabouts or have been involved in its paper.
Yes. What have you been up to these past few years? How long have you been here?
Well, I've lived in Waterdeep my whole life.
Yeah.
So, I do, my father and I are estranged, but I did have a trust of sorts, and I've been sort of living off of that, I guess.
It was very kind of you to cover our expenses.
Well, it's well invested and the returns are good, so.
Speaking of such things, I do have a hypothetical question. Let's assume that somebody happened to have come across a hideout of a dangerous, illegal underground criminal activity group and happened to have acquired or perhaps just stumbled upon some belongings that were stolen goods themselves. What in your knowledge of the workings of the city, would happen if they kept it?
Nothing would happen unless they were found to have taken them by the authorities, who probably aren't looking for them, I wouldn't think.
Okay, excellent, good. I just wanted to.
I don't know. It's a very strange hypothetical, but
Look, sometimes I just, I was almost arrested for arson, so I would just like to be a little bit more careful going forward.
right. Make me a deception check.
Blessed be the die. Please. I am not inspired.
Be ever in your favor.
23.
Jesus.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Yeah. So
try again.
Yeah, he sort of like cocks his head and looks at you and says, so you're studying to be a lawyer then?
No. And you'll see that she actually kind of
too modest. He rolled a nat 1. He fully believes that you are studying to be a lawyer, and nothing you can say will convince him otherwise. 10 out of 10, Rainier. We love that for him. Okay.
I will say, as soon as you say the word lawyer, though, she will reach her hand into her bag and she kind of holds on to something. Doesn't pull it out, but just kind of holds on to it, and looks a little like, no.
It's like, clearly must be her student ID. But yes, he says so. Yeah, as far as I understand it, I'm again locked in a cupboard. The Zentarum were interrogating me when the folks from the Xanathars attacked, and then, the Zentarum had killed the initial wave, and then reinforcements came, and they were wiped out, and then I was, questioned again, but I think they mistook Floon for me, and the Xanathars guild has him now. I don't know where. We may have to ask around and find out. But
so are we saying that the Zentarum are more well informed than the Xanathar, since they at least got the right one and Xanathar didn't?
I don't know about more well informed overall, but given that they were the ones that abducted me, it's like the two men of similar stature and look and whatever were abducted, and then a second group came in and just simply mistook one for the other. I would think that there are members of both groups who could identify me on sight, but clearly they didn't expect the two of us to be, Well, certainly, I say identify either one of us, who could certainly identify me on sight, but clearly none of them were sent. They simply said, get the one with red hair, and then there were two of them with red hair, and, you know, here we are.
Drama. Yes. Ash, you were going to say?
I was just trying to understand the timeline, but I think he clarified it there. They were kidnapped together, and then fight broke out and got re-kidnapped separately.
Yeah, right. I mean, we were both tied up, you know, when the fight broke out, and then once the fight was over, they assumed he was me and took him and not me. I don't know why they didn't take both of us. I guess they thought no need to... I guess they assumed they had correctly identified.
Is it safe for you around here?
Well, we were a little inebriated and caught off guard, and there were several of them, but I do know how to handle myself.
Against 7 of them?
That is quite a few. I don't know. Depends on how good they are, I guess.
Right.
I do have to wonder. What happens to Flume when they realize that he's not you?
Yes, we should make haste. You know, I hate to imagine what's happening right now.
But haste where? We don't have any other leads.
Well, you know the dock ward. Someone must have seen something.
Do I know
how
anything
how
about...
did you find me in the
sorry.
first place?
I was going to say, does Vareth have any idea about known Xanathar?
Yeah, go ahead and I'm gonna say roll a luck check, but I think you have a pretty good shot here. So instead of evens or odds, we're gonna do high or low, and you're gonna have a 75% chance here.
Okay, we'll go high.
Okay, so if it's above a 25, yeah. You know the Xanathar's guilds. No, above a 25 is what you want, not what you didn't want. Like you had 70, so it's like...
You don't roll for it, BP. He rolled for it.
Oh yeah, I rolled for it. So
Yeah.
we'll take the 53.
You're good.
We both rolled. I'm sorry. I've been
No,
rolling
I
the luck check, so
misunderstood.
I just carried on.
That's my bad.
Yeah, we'll take the 53. Yes, you know that the Xanathars tend to operate in like the sewers and underground and tunnels and stuff. Oftentimes because they tend to have more like monstrous humanoids and or aberrations and monsters and stuff like in their employ, as opposed to the Zentarum, which are, you know, a largely like human mercenary / crime syndicate. And not necessarily just humans, but they tend to be more like, again, we've talked about this a little bit, but like, you know, the Xanathars is only Waterdeep, right? Zentarum is more widespread and therefore has like a pretty diverse group of people. But the Xanathars, because Waterdeep is such a like big city that has a little bit of everything, is where you would find all kinds of other humanoids, werebeasts, you know, again, monstrosities, aberrations, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that tend to be in their employ, in addition to some just normal humans and dwarves and stuff. So,
Okay, so I think Vareth's quiet for a minute. There's always the sewers. I know that's where they tend to hang out, but not to doubt our fine little group here, but I don't think that the five of wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, the five of us at count can take on the entirety of Xanathars, especially on home turf.
Well, this guy can take on 7, so that's like 12 of us.
I have to admit, my specialty is fire, and sewers are a bit wet, so I am not your best bet.
Can't burn it down.
Sometimes you want it burned down.
Guess what I mean to say is going in cocked and loaded and ready to fight everybody doesn't seem like a good idea to me. But maybe if we came in with more diplomacy.
Diplomacy I can do. That is my specialty.
So they just wanted this guy because he knows something about a stone.
They think he does.
I mean, those are the questions they were asking me.
Well, you seem to know
Brief
Flume
interrogation.
pretty well. What are the chances he knows
Yes.
something about the stone?
Infinitesimal. Loon is there's an artist, I forget the name, but his paintings are beautiful, but quite dim. And not to be rude, but that is my dear friend Loon.
Oh. Yes.
He sort of just tumbles throughout life from one thing to the next, relying on his good looks and hapless charm to cushion the landing.
Well, I'll be honest. At the thought of a diplomatic opportunity, I am quite excited.
I do feel that I should mention, though, that I don't know exactly what we have to bargain with when it comes to Xanathars.
Well, what does the Xanathar Guild want? What's their modus operandi?
That's a good question.
Well, yeah, I guess you guys who are criminals could make some checks. I think instead of luck, these would be history checks. Brutal. What about you? Yeah.
I'll burn a DM inspiration on it, though.
All right.
1.
Hey, you know
14.
what?
Okay, I think that's
14
good enough. I think you know that like Xanathar is a beholder, which
I do
makes
know that.
him
Holy shit, okay.
which makes him basically fucking crazy. He is like paranoid, xenophobic, mercurial. He's like notoriously just, you know, kind of all over the place. And I think the reason you would know this is because like you and your other criminal connections know that it's like very hard to make deals with and like trust that they're going to be carried out. You know, it's hard to read like what he wants in situations because it's not always logical. He's a bit crazy. I think in this scenario though, it's like, well, what he wants is information that's going to lead him to like a horde of unimaginable goals. So, you know, that's kind of the thing he's bargaining for.
Okay, so let me back up. Maybe diplomacy is not what we're looking for here. Xanathar is a beholder, and he, from what I hear anyway, I've not met him, he's insane. It's not always clear what he wants or what he'll agree to. Obviously, we know that he wants the money, but we don't have any feasible way to promise him that, or we don't have any information on that.
True.
Well, I will also say it's not entirely clear that it's unlikely that he would have been moved into. I was held in a like neutral location and interrogated. I imagine that until they can confirm they have the right person, it's unlikely he's going to be dragged fully into the heart of their most secret hideouts. You know what I mean? Because then if somehow he escapes or whatever, their
Yes.
main place's cover is blown, so. And they think he's me.
I feel rather optimistic about this. I think we can still go in. We can try and persuade and cajole and, you know, sweet talk our way in if we need to. And if not, well, maybe I'll light a rat on fire and throw it at them. Who knows?
Yeah, okay. I feel like Vareth looks at you like you're insane.
Why would you do that?
Light a rat on fire and throw it, or?
He
Try
kind of
diplomacy.
like steps away from you, like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
That
Do you
is-
like rat? Oh,
That is
I'm so
pretty
sorry.
inhumane.
well. I meant
Anyway.
if it was on their side. Anybody a druid here who can confirm the alignment of the rat before I light it ablaze?
I think probably shouldn't be terrorizing little creatures.
I did mean it as a joke. I
Bear
promise I
steps
wouldn't do it
closer
as a
to
joke.
Ash. Yeah, I knows what's up.
Who's also a druid.
Yeah, Ash,
I
make a
promise.
perception check.
Say Ash.
Yeah. No, not Ash. I'm sorry. Vareth, make a perception check.
Oh,
Sorry, Ash. I said the wrong name.
No worries.
oh shit.
Oh shit. Here we go
19.
again. Yeah, you feel a tremble.
Damn.
In any case,
What?
you didn't feel anything.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I...
Well, my question is, does Vareth have any reaction to what he's, or does
Yeah.
he?
My reaction was that I stepped away from you when you talked about burning rats. And then I went and stood closer to Ash. She was like, let's not do that.
Okay, that was what the perception. No, I'm asking about the rumbling. How did you react to the rumbling?
No, and then I said not a rumble. I said a tremble.
A tremble. Sorry, whatever that.
I mean, it was a thing that only Vareth could feel, and I imagine Vareth is generally not prone to emoting.
Okay, that was all I was asking. I was just trying to confirm.
In any case, the grand plan is to just go into the sewers and talk our way. Obviously, this is not my forte.
Yeah.
But like, is that what we're agreeing is
Well,
the case?
I do think if we started closer to where you all found me in the Candle Lane warehouse, and we also might just go ask people and see if anyone saw anything. Maybe someone could point us, a little more directly where we're looking for. I wouldn't
We could
imagine
take a look.
if they were headed to the sewers, I don't imagine that they would travel a great distance above ground, especially with all the guard crawling all over, with all of the, killings that have been happening,
Which
Start
side
investigating.
was-
Okay.
Which side was the orc from the beginning in the...
Yagra is Zentarum.
And there's been a lot of names thrown around. We're looking for the Zentaran now, or we
No.
found the Zentaran?
So, yeah,
Looking for
Xanathar.
Xanathar.
Right,
That's
so
right. Okay.
the names are too similar. But
I know.
so, but just for to like cement in everyone's brain, Zentarum are a big mercenary / criminal syndicate that exists in cities and towns all over the continent, basically. Xanathars is a small guild just in Waterdeep, but they have a lot of power within Waterdeep in the criminal underworld. They're run by a beholder. They often have a lot more of the monstrous and non-typical humanoid type operatives.
I suppose that didn't occur to me that we fought the Kinku, so they obviously were Xanthar.
So, I think you guys also have seen, there's a couple of images that are often associated with the Xanathars. The eyeballs, you saw a dude who was fighting Yagra, was bald and had eyeballs tattooed all over his head.
Mhm.
That kind of clicks as beholders, a bunch of eyeballs. You also have seen one of the guys in the warehouse had a tattoo with a circle and little spokes coming off of it. And I think, and I probably should have mentioned this, earlier, but we didn't get around to it. As they were pulling the people from the fire, right? This is when you guys would have seen this. Oop. So there's this wheeled spoke tattoo that you saw, and then you guys have also seen this winged serpent tattoo of what you know as the Zentarum symbol. So
How do I open my notes on
you go to the journal and scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see player handouts, I think, and then notes.
The shopkeeper had a beholder hanging outside too, right?
He did have a beholder. I think it was in the window of his shop is what it was,
Mhm.
a little stuffed beholder.
Well, I have to return to him to pick up a sign in the morning, so maybe we swing back by closer to both of those things. It looked like I believe the old Zoblob's shop. Although actually no, Candle Lane wasn't that far down. Never mind. The skewer dragons were okay.
Yeah, so Candle Lane is straight east of here, and the Zoblob and Skewer Dragon were further to the south.
Yeah. Yes, I think we can in the morning, maybe let's go get some rest. I don't think we're going to get any more information, at least not here. And then perhaps we carry on back towards Candle Lane Warehouse.
How late is it right now?
Yeah, so what we had described, you started the yawning portal and it was like nighttime, right? When all that was happening. So we'll say like 9 to 10 you were at the yawning portal. You then made your way to Zoblob and the Skewered Dragon. All of that probably took, oh geez, let's see. I mean, it's like almost like 3/4 of a mile ish. So, probably took you 30 minutes or so walking plus talking to those people. I think it would have been like midnight or later by the time you got done with Candle Lane and then showed up here. So it's like the wee hours of the morning now.
Okay. Well, we'll get some rest. We'll talk to some people in the morning.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Yeah, not for to complicate things, but I think that if everybody turns in, that Vareth does head home, but promises to meet everybody at I said the shop. Is that where you guys want to start?
No, that was going to be too far. I mean, I'll swing by the shop on the way in the morning.
That's okay.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to come back to the shop later. It's fine.
Meet us back here in the morning.
Yeah, just meet us back at the tavern here or
Okay.
the inn.
Okay.
That's what he'll do.
All
This
right.
room's huge. You can hang out here with us if you want.
I don't think he likes company.
You, not that. I have something I need to do.
Okay. Yeah, so Vareth, you head out to do whatever it is you need to do. With the rest of your evening, and everybody else takes your long rest. And I assume everyone's waking probably pretty early in the morning, given that a man is missing.
Oh, blessed help.
However, I think we will come back. I think we'll go ahead and call it there as you guys are taking your long rest. You are not leveled up yet, so don't do that. But you can take a long rest before the next session as everybody, your head hits the pillow or whatever it is that you do when you sleep. And we will come back next time with the continued search for Floon Blackmar.
Oh.
All right. Well, thank
Yeah,
you. Go ahead.
Not gonna lie. I thought that guy was gonna be Flume, and that threw me for a flip. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not Flume."
Different guy. Yeah. Okay, friends. Well, we're going to do our usual sign off, folks. And in doing so, we are going to remind everybody who we are, who we have been, and where we can be found on the internet, of course, starting with Vincent Page.
Hello, friends. I've been Vincent Page. I've been Vareth, your soon-to-be, hopefully one day, Gloomstalker Ranger. And yeah, you can find me on the internet. I'm on Twitch. I'm on stuff. We're doing great.
Wonderful.
Thanks for
Steph?
Yeah, I am Lady Stuff, and I have been Tav, the half-elf draconic sorceress.
Excellent. Skynet.
Yep. Skynet. I'm playing Victor Balakris, the paladin with an oath of devotion. And you can find me anywhere in these communities around here.
Excellent. Jason.
Yeah, and I'm Jason, and you have to come back here to find me. I've been playing Ash, the halfling druid.
Excellent. And Foxy.
I am Foxy. I've been playing Xylandor, your soon-to-be arcane trickster rogue, and I am on Twitch sometimes, but I have a tendency of hating myself and working too much. So,
Fair enough. Well, my name is Pixel, and I have been Rainier Neverember, a bunch of dead Kenkus, Eustace Staggett, some panicked guards running around looking for a well. I've been all sorts of people tonight, one innkeeper, among other things. And you can find me here on twitch.tv/Ages of Einor, where we have this game, and then on alternating Saturdays, we will have our Descent into Avernus campaign. And then you can also find me here, obviously, doing this every other week on Sunday-ish as your GM. And you can also find me here on twitch.tv/HammerPixel, sometimes where I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, among other things. Does anybody have anyone they would like us to go raid? I'm sort of looking at D&D people and not necessarily seeing anyone jump out at me.
I see Hammer and Pixels online.
I was gonna make that same jokes. Well done.
Damn.
It's not D&D. He plays D&D, but I don't know that he necessarily streams it. But Kamari's playing Dead by Daylight. I know it's kind of different.
Oh, yeah,
usually on.
that's fine by me.
Let me drop the. Oh, hails! I broke it. I'll drop it here in the chat.
The TikTok link for Hammer and Pixel doesn't work, really?
Yeah, I clicked on it too. It doesn't work.
That's crazy. Okay. I guess we're gonna have the rare triple raid tonight. So anyway, folks, thank you very much for hanging out. We're gonna raid Kamari, send him the old Yeet Fleet, Ages of Einor, Hammer and Pixel love, and, crazy. Anyway, until the next time that I see you, be kind to yourself, because shit out there is fucked. Thanks, and see you later.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trial.